Spotted greetings and welcome. Welcome. So you guys are like, oh, we haven't seen Austin for quite some time. Yeah. I've been struggling with this internet connection in Fez, Morocco. So each time I watch the live, I'm big on quality. I don't like it, particularly when the video drops. So that's how I haven't been coming live. So shout out to everyone joining this live stream. I'll try to do it for about an hour, 2 max, just because I haven't been here. So thank you for staying tuned to my channel. I see you guys. I see the engagement. I see the likes. I see the comments. I see everything going on the channel. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Where are you watching me from? That's the ritual. Tell me where you're watching me from. I want to tell you what's going on at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. It's the round of 16 already, guys. This is the 35th edition, and now is the business stage of the competition. You blink, you're out. You start asking questions, So I will be telling you the teams that have made it to the round of 16. I'll be talking about some of the things that happened at the group stage, but the focus definitely is on the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yeah, that's why I'm dressed this way. So no disrespect to other teams. If they get my attention, I will talk about them. What are you talking about? What has got you talking at this 2025 Africa Cup of Nations? Tell me, guys. Let's make this conversational. Let's do it together. What has been that thing that, yes, you said, this AFCON, it got you talking? Is it a low turnout of fans? Is it a beautiful goals? Is it the spectators? Is it... Tell me, I want to know. That's the basis of this conversation. But first and first, let me show you my call to action. This is it right there. Have the Super Eagles impressed you? Talk to me in the comment section. I want to do this show with you guys tonight, because I haven't been here for quite some time. So I want to hear from my people. Have the Super Eagles impressed you? Yes, you. Yeah, that's means, mixed reactions here and there. Or some said, Coach Eric Sékou, his game management is poor. Oh, he doesn't know how to make substitution. But Coach Eric Sékou is the coach of the group stage. Yeah, it's Coach Eric Sékou. Just in case you don't know, that's information that you can use. I'm monitoring this live stream on my device right here, and the moment it starts breaking and it starts irritating me, I'm just going to go off because I hate terrible connection, I hate poor quality, and I see it's already giving me that vibe. I pray it doesn't frustrate me. Yeah, I'm looking at it right. So welcome guys. It's the round of 16 at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. I told you already, it's the 35th edition. Let me get that scrolling for you. That's it. Just fix your eyes down there at the bottom. I'm already telling you the round of 16 fixtures. To start with Senegal, taking on Sudan. I've been trying to talk about teams that I know can create an upset in this round of 16. Do you think it can come from Senegal, Sudan? I don't think so. Senegal can do just enough. Mali, Tunisia is one of the matches that I say, yes, can give us an upset. Mali winning it can be termed an upset. The Eagles, they did just enough, One would say they didn't win the way they should have, but come on. Tunisia hasn't been that impressive. Morocco, Tanzania is another one that, should be a walkover easily for the hosts, but haven't we been through this before? Football gets to stun you when you least expect, but hey, Tanzania, they will relish the moment, first round of 16 in the AFCON for them, so they will just be happy about that. Egypt, Benin Republic, I said that's one I want to see an upset. Yes, I want to see an upset. Egypt versus Benin Republic. No hate, not whatever, but I think Egypt, they've done just enough with their Benin Republic. I think they've done just enough for their football, from the World Cup qualifiers to this AFCON. Maybe they might just get us talking. Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso is a tricky tie. Yeah, very tricky. And don't be quick to give it to Cote d'Ivoire because of their name. Respect Burkina Faso and everything that they've done for their football and the sort of energy that they bring to the AFCON. Yeah, That's why I say I want to see an upset in that one. Yeah, don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm just trying to tell you what I know as regards football in Africa. That one will definitely get us talking. Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso. And I think Cote d'Ivoire came out of a pretty tight Group F, so they must be taking some good experience into that fixture against Burkina Faso. So we'll wait to see. We'll see what football can give to us. On Sunday, it will be Morocco, Tanzania. I told you already about it. That one shouldn't be any problem for the hosts, unless football wants to give us the biggest upset we've seen with football in Africa. If Tanzania goes on to win that one. Another place that can get us talking is South Africa. Another game, South Africa versus Cameroon. This one, well, on paper, you want to say South Africa is a small team, but Cameroon, they haven't been all that with their football, particularly at this AFCON. So maybe South Africa can do just enough to win it. Nigerian football fans, I know you people want to throw South Africa, but let's see what they can do with that one. Nigeria, Mozambique, I don't want to talk about it because that's the core of the conversation tonight, you know. So when we get into that one, let's talk about it together. But don't forget to tell me in the comment section, can you hear me clearly? Can you see me clearly? Am I breaking? This internet has been a big mess since I got into Fez, so, and that's why I've not been coming out to do the live conversation. But guys, get into my channel and see everything that I've been doing. 30 minutes of training, intense, detailed, and you guys have been coming for me. Let me address that quickly before I forget. I've seen people say, Austin, you're giving too much of our tactics to the opponents. Calm down, guys. That's just me and my interpretation. It might be nonsense to the coaching crew. It might be nonsense to football tactics and execution. I've seen a lot of comments and I've just been laughing. No coach in this world will open tactical training session to the media. So when they let the media stay there, it means they want you to stay. And then I'm just using my reporting skills to tell you guys, my knowledge of the game, to tell you guys what I've seen at the training. People coming to me, oh, you're doing this, it's wrong. After when somebody will call me an hypocrite because I want you to see the training of the team. No, I'm not an hypocrite. It was open to the media. They want us to see it so you can see it. They open it to us so we can come show you. And that's what I did, okay? So show me some love now that I've explained it to you. I've tried to explain to some people, but hey, people will be people. I wasn't exposing the team. I was covering their training session and using my journalistic experience, my field reporting skills to tell you what I'm seeing out there on the field. That was what I did. So those guys were coming for me because I put that, go and apologize, go into that video now and say, Austin, we are sorry. You know, we didn't understand it. So those people telling me, oh, you're exposing the team, oh, you're this, you're that. Nah, I wasn't exposing the team. Go and tell me sorry. Go into the comment section and say, Austin, we are sorry for our ignorance. We didn't know that's what it is, you know, because it's so clear that you guys didn't know. And then you started coming for me. Where are you coming for me? If the training session wasn't open to the media, I won't be there. It's as simple as that. You know, so yeah, I thought I should put that out, you know, because when I saw those comments, I was just laughing. How can you say a journalist will go to training and then the coach will just open up his strategic sessions and then tell the media to start covering it? Doesn't work that way. It makes no sense. So yeah, I thought I should clarify that. Now that we've done that, let's move on. Let me take some comments while I'm trying to bring up some videos. I hope this Morocco network will allow me to play these videos because the network has been an absolute mess. Even the one in my village is a lot better. Thank you so much, everyone. I see you guys that are joining. Let's get into that call to action. Have the Super Eagles impressed you? Oh my goodness, I said have the Super. Let me make a correction to that. You see, when I'm rushing to come talk to you guys, this is what happened. Yeah, let me quickly make a correction to that. So tell me, have the Super Eagles impressed you? I want to know. Tell me about it. From the group, the 3 matches you've seen from the group phase, are you saying, yeah, this team, they are good to go? Okay, before we get right into it, quick updates from the camp of the Super Eagles. That's it right there. 25 players trained on Friday evening. It was closed training. It wasn't open to the media, so we don't know what happened there because we weren't invited. A thigh injury has ruled out Cyriel Dessers. Yeah, he's out of the tournament. He's returned to his club. Quite painful because I spoke to Cyriel Dessers right after the Unity Cup, and he told me about his zeal to play for the country. I did a video and I put it on my channel, so you could go watch it. He was pumped up, you know, about this AFCON. I thought he could use it to say sorry for not qualifying for the World Cup. Unfortunately, it is out due to the thigh injury, and it's so painful because he didn't get to play any match. And yeah, so that's the update coming. Ryan Alibioshu, I've been calling for Ryan. If you know me, you know you cannot come and say Mr. Austin is just bringing this up. I have been saying let us see Ryan Alibioshu because I know him. Despite that terrible tackle in that game against Uganda, man was still pushing. Yeah, he was still pushing, and I think he had a good game. But unfortunately, he's injured, and at the moment he's not training. He was part of the team session, but he didn't participate because he's recovering from that leg injury. That Ugandan guy used his boots to put them inside. Yeah, see, this is what we're talking about. African football is tough, so if you want to play African football, you must come ready because it's not small picking football with African football. Nah. So yeah, Ryan Alabia should take a bow. I like that. He didn't disgrace me. I talked about him and what he can do, you know, with his quality, with his experience. I'm trying to bring up some pictures, guys, on this internet. It's just messing me up. It's stressing me. Why are you stressing me? 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 Okay, I'm saying it. I'm seeing the comments. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Hey, my man Paul, I see you. Repping Grisby Town. Repping Grisby Town. Yeah, I see you, Paul. Last Born 3 says, watching from Orcat. Guys, tell me where you watching me from. I want to put you out there. Tell me. Rep your location. Where are you watching me from? Let me see. This makes me want to cry. Abdullah Raphael, good morning, Mr. Austin. Good morning, Abdullah. How are you? Where are you watching me from? Are you impressed with the Super Eagles and how they've performed so far? Hey, my man Harry, yeah, you've been doing great. I see. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So, guys, you have no excuse saying you don't know about the Super Eagles and what's going on because I'm dropping videos regularly. Just dropped one before coming live from their training session. And then, of course, the interviews I did with Frank Onyeka and Moses Simon. Go have a look. I'll drop it so you guys can see it. I'll drop the link. Henry, you're doing great, brother. At least you're used to the code. Yeah, but then I woke up yesterday. I thought I was gonna have blocked nose. The code in Morocco, it's different, but yeah, living in the UK has actually helped with the code. So when I see those guys from Nigeria shaking, I just laugh because now my body has acclimatized. Ayomaf, thank you so much. Greetings from Frankfurt. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Don't forget, if you get into this live conversation, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, you should subscribe. Which other channel do you want to subscribe to? Which other channel? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. On the streets, I'm proudly Austin. I've got practical journalistic experience. I understand the full life cycle of information gathering, processing, and dissemination. I've been doing this actively since 2007. I've been to about 5 AFCONs, 4 World Cups and counting, 3 Olympic Games, uncountable international sporting competitions. So I know what I'm talking about when I come here to talk about sports. So rock and roll with me. I'll tell you everything going on at the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Morocco, they are hosting. We're now in the round of 16. I've been giving you updates as regards that right now to let you know what's going on in the camp of the Super Eagles. 25 players trained on Friday evening. That was their latest training. A thigh injury has ended. Cyriel Dessers, tournament is over for Cyriel Dessers. He's back to his club in Greece. Ryan Alabioshu, it was part of, he came to the training ground, but he couldn't train because he's still recovering from that leg injury sustained in that final group match against Uganda. Tochukwu Nadi, the cold that we just talked about, is out due to cold, so he sat out of the training. Eric Sékou, coach from the group stage, told his guys, look, the group stage is over. I don't want to play. I don't want any. Don't come here and come and tell me and be complacent. The successes of the group stage is over. Refocus. This is serious business. This is knockout stage. Right here, if you blink and you start asking questions, you'll see yourself in your different clubs. It means your AFCON campaign is over. So yeah, Coach Eric Sékou said, look, I'm not playing with you guys again. I was coach of the tournament, but hey, that's it. I'm coach of the group stage. That's it. The group stage is gone. Let us focus. So yeah, that's what's up. That's the updates coming from the camp of the Super Eagles. Let me check on my people. More people joining the live. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Henry, I see you. He's watching from Chicago. Henry is a big supporter of my channel. I love it so much. I appreciate the love. I know Ayodele, you're watching from Canada. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate the love. It's so cold right now in Canada. Stay warm, bro. Favor Eten, watching from Calabar. My people, Abadi, my brother. How that side? I see Cross River showed so much love during Christmas and New Year, the festivities. I love it. I was following. I miss home so much. I cannot wait to return. Who is here? Let's see. SCA 2011 watching from Virginia. If they play the way they played the last match against Uganda, then good to go. So you like that team? Because that's what I was saying to Eric Sékou. When I met him on Wednesday, having a conversation, I said, look, you've got serious headache now because you guys, you cannot say Austin has not been talking about Rafael Onyedika. If you have been a big supporter and follower of my channel, I'm not part of those people who have seen Rafael Onyedika and now they are jumping. When they were keeping him on the bench during the qualifiers, I said, why? That was I told you guys, that's our best midfielder. Wilfred Ndidi is my boy. I don't mess around with him. So nobody can come here and say, Austin's just saying this now because Rafael Onyedika came and scored 2 goals. I have been saying it. That Rafael Onyedika can make a difference in the team. You guys criticize. The man is intelligent, particularly with his drives, and he doesn't neglect his position. At the press conference, Rafael Onyedika told us, I know Samuel Chukwueze, so when he's running with the ball, I know when to get into the space to pick it up. That was how he scored 2 goals. So you need those sort of players who can read the game, who understands his teammates. I don't know. Now he has Wilfred Ndidi doing well. He has Franco Yeka doing well, and there's Rafael Onyedika. He's good for the team, but it's about how the coach will use them. Yes, that's now it's on Eric Sékou's table. He must find a way. So I've been doing these commentaries. Get into my channel and watch it. You see. Etienne, God bless you. God bless you too, my brother. It's going to be a great year for all of us. All of us. We're going to have a fantastic 2026. Ayodele, I need to hear your usual signature tune of Stay. Channels TV. That's Channels TV right here on the street. I'm proudly on stage trying to do my thing, But yeah, from time to time, I could because they belong to me. That's right. I should go and pay attention to those things that I say on television that are unique to me. Don't go anywhere. Stay and keep talking sports. I've been saying that since 2007. Yeah, thanks so much, bro. I see you follow me. I appreciate the love. I appreciate it. Okay, Chukwu, He didn't land. You're watching from D. Where is D? Tell me. I want to know where you're watching me from. Okay, it's coming. You're watching from France. Where in France? Tell me, bro. Tell me, bro. Henry, I have a good friend in you right now to join us. Let's talk football. That's fun. Yeah, I'll soon open it. I haven't been bringing people up, Henry, because this network has been messing me up, but I will do that tonight and see if it's just going to work. But I just wanted to check on my people. Bill McCain, is that it? By any means, can okay coming at all? That's an intelligent question. Now that Cyriel Dessers is out, can he be replaced? Sincerely, let me not say what I don't know. I like that question. I'll confirm. Let me confirm. Thank you so much. So, guys, that's what's up. That is what's up. Keep your eyes on that message. Scrolling. That's the update. Latest update coming from the camp of the Super Eagles. And you know I'm just the only one that can give that to you. It's just me. It's me. Walk with me. Stay with this channel. And you'll see things that you want to see as regards the Super Eagles team. Let me see if I can bring this up, if this network will allow me. The network is not uploading pictures. It's not uploading videos. It's just messing me up. But tell me in the comment section, can you guys hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me loud and clear? Let me check. Let me check on my Facebook, people. Let me use Facebook to check. Because the other time I was just talking, people weren't hearing me. So please confirm if you can hear what I'm saying. Hear me. You can hear me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Yes, Eric. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Thank you, Henry. Yeah. Should. Because I'm saying should and can, but the question is with who? Yeah, we'll see. See. This is the best comment I've seen today. The best comment is from Benga. Thank you so much. I love this program. Thank you so much, Benga. I do this for the love of the game. I'm not like those other, I don't run anybody. But I don't come and say Nigeria 3, Uganda 1 and leave it at that. Get into my channel. You're going to see, you will understand. I do proper reporting. I'm detailed, you know. And that's why I stand out. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Makes me feel so good. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to leave that right there. And let's talk about this guy called Eric Sékou Chelle. That's his record coming up. That's his record right there. Eric Chelle, I don't know, you know, we asked questions of him when he was joining this Super Eagles team. And you cannot blame those of us who were asking questions. But man hasn't been bad, has he? Eric Chelle has shown us that, look, I'm not here to play. His record looks good. Look at it right there. Eric Chelle coming, wants to jump on it. Very decent record. So I've been looking at it and I'm saying, this guy can be up to something. You know, first game was against Rwanda in Kigali, 2026 World Cup qualifier. Eric Chelle won that one, 2-0. I was like, what is he cooking? Eric Chelle. Next match, 25th of March, and that one, he pierced us so bad. Played 1-1 with Zimbabwe, and the painful thing was how they considered that goal. Yeah, when Chirewa in the dying minutes, William Trustekong error, and Chirewa scored for Zimbabwe. That game ended 1-1. And I still say it. Some people are like, oh, we had lost it. It was right after that 1-1. I said, that's it. We're not going to the World Cup. I said what I said, yes. After that 1-1 with Zimbabwe, I said it is done. We're not going to the World Cup. Yeah, I said it. And we didn't get to go to the World Cup. Then the Unity Cup came. That was when I met Eric Chelle in London, and we had a robust conversation. Again, get into my channel. You'll see that exclusive interview with Coach Eric Sékou Chelle. We talked for 20 minutes. He explained his game project. He talked about his vision for football in Nigeria, how he wants to give Nigerian football an identity. Yeah, Eric Chelle told me all of those things, you know, how he needs the support of the people, how he must, you know, believe in his game project, you know, and support everything that he's doing. Yeah, Eric Chelle told me. He said, look, I feel blessed to be having this Super Eagles job. But you guys must help me, Austin, The media must support me. He said all of those things to me. And right there, I said it, like, it's like I'm beginning to like this guy. But because my training, I'm too stiff. I can't just like him, because if I like him, it's going to affect how I talk about him. I want to be able to say yes when he does yes. I have to be able to say no when he's doing no, But after that conversation, I'm sincerely speaking, I was like, maybe this guy knows what he wants with football in Nigeria. Maybe this guy is really the real deal. And yeah, I said all of those things about Eric Shell. And that's why I want you guys to see his record and tell me, is this a sign of something good that this man is going somewhere with our football? Tell me, guys. Tell me. I don't want to talk so much about it. But what do you think about Eric Sékou Chelle? He's the coach from the group stage of the AFCON. That alone is something good. It calls for, it's something of pride that the Super Eagles coach is considered the best coach from the group phase. But hey, again, a lot of people feel that, look, that was just 3 matches. And then it gets serious from the round of 16. So some persons are saying, can we not just wait till the round of 16 is done before we can talk about this guy? But I just want to give him his flowers. I think he deserves the praise he's getting, particularly as you put your eyes on the details of his results since he took over as coach of the Super Eagles. It's pretty decent, isn't it? Look at it. I don't want it to be like, oh, Austin's coming out and he's giving. And the painful thing is, now I'm giving Eric Shell his flowers. Today, Eric Shell will do something that is the opposite, and I come to say it. People will now start saying, oh, Austin, you are blaming the coach. Oh, Austin, you don't like the coach. Oh, I hear all of those things, and it's in me bust my brain. I just want us to look at it. Eric Sékou Chelle, everything that he has done so far with football in Nigeria. I was right there at the Unity Cup when Nigeria defeated Ghana 2-1, and yes, we love to beat Ghana. When we beat Ghana, it's like winning the World Cup. In any game at all, if it's a game of Ludo, cards, if it's Nigeria versus Ghana, the rivalry will be renewed. I enjoyed that match. All of the fans' vibes before the match was beautiful. I'll never forget it. I did a story on that. You can go watch it. We defeated Ghana 2-1. Eric Shell went on to play 2-2 at regulation time with Jamaica. And then Nigeria won that game via penalties, 5-4. Remember, that's when Chrysanthus Uche took the winning penalty kick for Nigeria. And then we went to play Russia in an international friendly game. Tulu Arokodare scored to ensure it finished 1-1 against Russia. And then we came back for the World Cup qualifiers, went to Bloemfontein. Hey, don't forget that story when they took Nigeria to that cattle ranch. Yes, went to Bloemfontein, and we played 1 more in South Africa. Calvin Bass's header and the William Trustekong goal. Yeah. And then right after that, we went back to South Africa to beat Lesotho 2-1. Eric Shell liked it because that's now renewed Nigeria's hopes of qualifying for the 2026 World Cup. But they needed to beat Benin Republic, and they did that in style at the OKON-AKPAN International Stadium in New York. Nigeria thrashed Benin Republic 4-0. That for me is the best Eric Shell and Super Eagles match. The best. They were on fire, played flawless 4-4-2 football, destroyed, dismantled Benin Republic, and that was how Nigeria made it to the playoffs. Playoffs now came. A different spirit took over. The players were angry. NFF has not paid us our bonuses and allowances. We are not going to train. Yes, they protested. And I was saying, what's going on? First, I blamed the NFF. Why did you do this when you know you had a crucial assignment as the World Cup playoffs? Why won't you pay people their bonuses and allowances? NFF. And then the players. Why are you guys doing this? Why now? Anyway, They came back, played Gabon, and they beat Gabon after extra time, 4-1. Wow, we were believing, okay, the DR Congo came, unfortunately. After regulation time, it was 1-1. The DR Congo went on to win 4-3 via penalties. Oh, Nigeria's hearts were shattered. People who love football started saying, oh, what is this? We blame Finidi George. We blame Jose Pizarro. We blame Austin and Mavoy. We blame NFF. A lot of persons stood with Eric Sékou that, yeah, he did just enough that if he had come, when we're starting the qualifiers, that he would have qualified the team. Now I see it. Let's get on with the details of Eric Sékou. And his watch on the Super Eagles under Eric Sékou. Now, the qualifiers done. There are other shenanigans in the background, like people thinking that, oh, Nigeria can still qualify better. DR Congo fielded ineligible players, and okay, all of those ones were still waiting. And then we got into the AFCON phase. Played a friendly game with Egypt. Egypt won by 2-1. It was a friendly match. So it means competitively, Eric Sékou hasn't lost a game in regulation time. That's a fantastic record. Competitively, nobody has beaten Eric Sékou. Yeah, that's fantastic record right there. Yeah. I love it. It's good for him. It's good for everyone. It's good for football in Nigeria. Yeah. Thank you guys. I'm reading comments, but I'm gonna come to it. I'm gonna come to all the comments. Let's get on with this Eric Sékou story. So Eric Sékou lost to Egypt, but we didn't blame him. People say, oh, they showed some. No, some of you guys blamed him. Some people say we can't go away with this team. Oh, what sort of play is this? What is this? Fans, they just always want to win. But Eric Sékou was trying to see something, particularly with the 5 new guys he invited to the team. The man wanted to see something, So that loss didn't bother him. It didn't bother him. Yeah. Eric Sékou started the AFCON 23rd December 2025. Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1. A lot of you guys also criticized that play. Yeah, I was just getting into first when that match ended. I did my piece to come from the airport, and I said, isn't a win, particularly when you're playing a tournament? Isn't a win? But hey, Ademola Lookman scored a beautiful goal. It was a world, it was a stunner. Semi Ajayi giving Nigeria the lead with a beautiful header. And then Tanzania came back into it. And then Ademola Lookman closed shot. The problem with us fans, and I say this because I'm in Nigeria, otherwise if not because it's Nigeria, I'm not a fan. We always want our team to win. There's nothing wrong with it, but we must be realistic. See, Tanzania, they have never beaten Nigeria. They have never gone beyond the group phase until now at the AFCON. So they had ambition, and that was the first match, guys. The first match. So there was nothing to use in understanding what sort of tactics Tanzania was going to bring. So when I watched the game again, I saw they were just waiting for Nigeria to make mistakes, catch the Super Eagles on the counter and score. And if you check that their goal, that was what happened. So Nigeria beat Tanzania. 27th December, I was right there inside the Stade the fence at the stadium. Nigeria played arguably, the Super Eagles, arguably the best football we have seen from them in the last 7 years. Dismantled Tunisia until the 75th minute. 75th minute, things started falling apart. Stanley Wabali did his thing. 3-1. VAR. 3-2. Penalty. But let's also commend the team. It did just enough. So sad that I can't play interviews because I have loads of interviews, but I know this network will not allow me. So I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to stress the network. So they considered 2 goals. And against Uganda, the final group game, on the 30th of December, I was right there in the stadium. Uganda used 3 goalkeepers. Uganda got a red card. And Uganda still scored Nigeria. Some fans couldn't understand it. I'm like, why are they conceding goals? Particularly the kind of goals that is not them. They're actually beautiful goals from the opponent. So at the mixed zone, I asked Wilfred Ndidi, you guys are winning, but doesn't it bother you they are conceding? And Wilfred told me straight up, but we are winning, Austin. Yeah, we're winning. Winning is everything. Yes, he said, but we are winning. Aren't we winning? Well, yes, they're winning. I can't blame them. And that's it right there. When you look at the details of Coach Eric Sékou, that's what you see. You can tell he has done well. I agree this time around that Coach Eric Sékou has done well. There's no way you look at this record and you will not give the man his flowers. It's difficult not to give him the man his flowers. He has done well. Make a bow, Eric Sékou. I questioned his appointment. I will not lie. I thought the job was bigger than him. But the man is doing it. And he's doing it with admirable intention. I watch him during training with the boys. Maybe because he's also young. I like the relationship he has with the players. And he's also fair. He's putting you on the bench. He's putting you on the bench. He's not even looking. Look at that. Rafa Yedika, just come on. I don't know you. I can't trust you. But I like Rafa Yedika told us a beautiful story, guys. I told you guys, when you watch football, when you watch sports, don't wait for results. There are life values, life lessons inside. That when life gives you a chance, take it. Don't mess it up. Yeah. Rafael Onyedika gave him a chance and he took it. At the post-match conference, I asked him, I said, Rafael, I've always called for you because I watch you close there, see your quality, and that you had a chance to play today. Shena vex. He laughed. And I like the answer he gave me. He said, don't be vexed, that he has worked for this all his life. Some persons would have been discouraged. Some persons would not have given their best. Rafa Yedika is the only midfielder in that team that plays Champions League football. So you wonder why such a guy isn't getting playing time. That was what I couldn't understand. Why is such a player not getting playing time? Yeah. But he stayed focused. Very important. He stayed focused. He said, no, I cannot allow because I'm not playing. And then I would, when I get an opportunity, I'll just go and show them that I've been angry. You have yourself to blame. Man got an opportunity and he used it. I'm so proud of him. Because he told a beautiful story, which I always tell you guys. And in our world of sports, we know they can't do Arsenal 1, Chelsea 2. They say, no, there are lessons. Have an open mind and follow this sports thing and you will be blessed. Plenty life lessons, life values that you can learn from. Rafa Yedika, different coaches will come. It was only Finidi that tried to, give him a chance to play. And against Benin Republic, he scored. Other coaches will come on, the man still go back to his club, still play his football, give his best. Now, he has announced himself. Who can ignore him? In fact, I'm sure some of you will find out that you don't see Rafa Yedika. You will ask Eric Sékou, what is the problem? When life gives you lemon, make lemonade, guys. Come in, still trying to get some videos out, if this network would let me. So we can have a good show. So let's go back to you guys. Tell me where you're watching me from. Tell me what you think about everything I've been talking about, particularly Coach Eric Chelle. What do you think about Coach Eric Chelle and how can he advance at the competition? If you've been following my videos, you will know I know this man. So I can tell him some of the things you're talking about. I was telling him after training yesterday, I love him so much. And he said he doesn't believe that I love him. And I'm looking at, I said, okay, say I like you, Austin. And I said, okay, he's going to take that. Great guy. Great guy. What do you think about Coach Eric Chelle, guys? Tell me in the comments. What do you think about Eric Chelle? What do you want to say to him? What must he do in the round of 16 to beat Mozambique? Yeah, that's Eric Chelle right there. What must he do to beat Mozambique? Great guy. Great guy. Spoken to him time and time again. And because my job, we're not designed to come out and say, I like. Nah, I'm big on balance. But I admire him as a football coach. I've spoken to him, and in fact, I don't know if you guys saw the pre-match conference. I think it was against Tunisia, and I asked him a bit about his game project, and he said he can't say anything about that because the opponent might be listening, and I accepted that answer. But I actually just wanted to know how he was going to approach that game. I don't think he approached it so well, just enough. Maybe we took our eyes off the ball from the 75th minute, but hey, it was already done and dusted. Nigeria already had the match, and yeah, some of you guys believe something could have still gone wrong, but hey, they did just enough to win it, and that's what we're celebrating. That's why we're talking about Coach Eric Chelle. So you saw everything detailed. What's your take? Let me go read comments. What's your take about Coach Eric Chelle? Okay, I see you guys where you're saying, you see your picture is freezing. I don't want that freezing thing. Bill McKay says watching from Port Harcourt. If this thing is freezing, I'm going to go away. I will just go away because it pisses me off. I don't do TV that is not quality. Loud and clear, buddy. Thank you so much. That was what I was asking. On my own base too. Thank you so much. I like you when my Facebook people join me to talk about stuff. Yes, we hear you loud and clear. That's what you're trying to say. I see you up there. Are you on Facebook? Sure, I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I know that my people are with me. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The future belongs to young guys. I love what I say, Ryan. Did I not also talk about Ryan and the Bioshu? You guys give me my flowers. When I come out and say these things, we're not just saying because we want to say, we say these things because we have done our research, we've asked questions, and we know what we're talking about. Yeah. Favor Tech, we're hearing you very loud and clear there, Austin. Great work, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Ogbe is the best program. The best program. No cap. When I come out here, I deliver the best. Yeah. No cap. No. My experience speaks for itself, It's not that it's just talking. You're so full of yourself. Nah. Quality is quality. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ogbe. Best program. Yeah, Ben, yes, I appreciate it. Lolly 209. Proudly Austin, our body, see you first. Oh, wow. Okay, come to first. When you come to first, let me know. I'm going to see you first. Yeah, we can do a show together. Lolly 209. Do I know who that is? Ben, McKay says, I can hear you, okay? See that. And now that's what Cup pay me. He pay me, he pay you. What are you trying to say? Yeah, that World Cup is crazy. That qualifiers. Yeah, repping the Niger flag. I see you. Joseph Oko says good luck. Thank you. Good luck to Super Eagles, I guess. That's a good comment. Well, nice job, Austin. I'm always proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate the love. I'm proud of you too. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Lolito, and I like Eric. He's a good fit for the Super Eagles. We're seeing the Eagles play fun, exciting football. I think he has earned a contract extension and a raise. If not, we'll lose him. I don't know about raise, though, because NFF said they don't get money. That was what happened with Pizarro. By the time it comes with a raise, now NFF will run and go somewhere else. So maybe contract extension, yeah. But remember the target the NFF gave him. The NFF says he needs to get to the final of the AFCON. That's the target they gave him, you know. And if you reach the final, you're expected to win it, you know. So let's see. Let's see if Coach Shell can actually, you know, fulfill that mandate of getting to the final of the AFCON. But yeah, it's not going to be easy because some teams are not smiling at this competition. But we'll see. It's football. It's football. Just trying to get out where are you? So yeah, shout out to everyone joining. I'm talking about 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. We're now in the round of 16, and I've been giving you updates from the camp of the Super Eagles. I'm also giving you updates as regards what's going on with Coach Eric Sékou Chelle. Just hide this so you can get to see. So captains from the 16 countries that made it to the round of 16. Right there. Shout out to Tanzania, you know, with just 2 points. When God blow your whistle, you know where Jesse will play for the match. Tanzania carry cup. 2 points and Tanzania made it. Mali, 3 points. So football is crazy. So you guys what I always tell you, you know, sometimes a bit of luck, because you see some countries they do all the jobs, some people they push, they do everything, but if football doesn't just favor you. It's insane, it's crazy. So these are the 16 countries and their captains, boyfriend Indy up there repping Nigeria big time. And this is the group stage best 11. I talked about Coach Eric Sékou Chelle, that's him right there. You know, repping Nigeria. That's Ademola Lookman, also part of the team. So on my Facebook, I was asking you guys, I said, at least 2 Super Eagles players should be in this best 11 from the group stage. Tell me, who are those players? There's Ademola Lookman. Who else should be part of this? Let's get into that conversation. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's talk about it. I feel one more player deserves to be in this best 11 from the group stage. Who should that player be? Tell me. Let me read more comments while I wait for that. Olaika Enoch. If Nigeria will not appreciate Eric Shell, other countries are standing by to collect the coach from Nigeria without wasting time at all. Let's see. We'll see. We'll see. Olaika Sashi, you're watching from Canada. Thank you. Where in Canada? Always tell me. Where in Canada? The Victor's View from Germany. Victor, where in Germany are you watching me from? You never know. I might just be coming to your city next month. So let me know. I want to know where my people are so that anytime I'm in your city, I'll just say, I'm here. Come out, let's have drinks. Like, I think he needs to use players that can read match, interpret, and deliver for him. I think that's what Rafael Onyedika did. Don't you think so? I think Rafael Onyedika did that. Why are you going down? I'm trying to bring you up. Gracious goodness, this computer is messing me up. Okay. I think you need to use players that can read match, interpret, and deliver for him. I agree. Very important. Rafael Onyedika did that, and he confirmed that he was able to do that because he knows Samuel Chukwueze and his play. So yeah, I agree with you. That's a very valid point. Where am I? I don't want to lose you guys. I want to read all of the comments. Where am I? I'm still... Okay, I see it now. I know Eric is tactically spot on for now, and let him ensure he starts Francis Uzor because he seems to be more disciplined than Wabali. You sure? Are you sure? Think about a big game moment, bro. Big game. Stanley Wabali at least comes with that experience, and the defenders, they know him, So let's think big games. Let me see if I can bring up IoT, and then I'll get Dr. Victor Ademola to join because he's right here in Fez with me. Just take a look at the round 16. Let me see. IoT, where are you? See if IoT is ready. IoT is a big Super Eagles fan, so I'm calling IoT to see if I can bring him on. I think my nose is running. Yeah, I know Ayodele. Stanley Wabali. This comes with a lot of experience. Has played recently more competitive matches with the Super Eagles than this guy. Hold on, guys. IoT. What's going on, bro? So yeah, that's IoT. I call him. He's going to join in a few minutes. We'll talk about it. When I'm done with IoT, I'm going to bring Dr. Victor Ademola, and then he's going to talk to me, and then I'll open it for you guys. We'll just have fun talking about the Super Eagles. Keep it up. Thanks so much, the Victors. You appreciate the love. It keeps me going. Abros I6G. Hi, Austin. I'm Ibok, joining from Ibareni in Akwa Ibom. Wow, you see good internet in my village than what I'm getting in Fez in Morocco. Thank you so much. The coach is bringing positive vibes back to the Super Eagles. I appreciate that. I think it's true. Yeah. Thank you. I like your narrate from my people from Akwa Ibom. Bill McCain, all the best to the Super Eagles. They're all doing well. Shell can make an African statement with the Super Eagles. We'll see. We'll see. Football can be nice today. Oh, okay, Lola did my guy. I was wondering, Lolly 209. Lola did for a minute. I thought it was my mom messing with me, because of her names. I thought she opened a YouTube channel, a YouTube page, and then she's just sending messages. I see you now. Remember you chatted me up the other day. Lola is my childhood friend. We grew up together in Festac Town. I go enter Fez on Monday. I sent you a link to me. Okay. Lola did send me a message on LinkedIn. I'll go check. I think I said it. I'll check again. And then we'll see how we can stay at the stadium on Monday. Will you be in for the match? Since you're coming on Monday, or you sure you're going to make the game? Anyway, I'll see you in Fez. I'm going to be in Fez. Good to know you're coming to Fez. Thank you so much. Who else is going to be in Fez? If you're going to be in Fez, let me know right before the game. We can all meet up, before I get into the media tribune. I'll catch up, have pictures, we can have drinks if we come early to the stadium. Thank you, Lola. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm sensing an upset in this round of 16. I like upsets. I've said 3 places where we can see upsets. We'll soon go back to it again. But it shouldn't be Nigeria, Mozambique, please. I want to stay to the final. Ayodele will allow you. Obviously, Eric Sékou is working in progress and working out a pattern as shown in the last match against Tunisia, using a different set of players. You mean the last match against Uganda and still maintaining the pattern he's building? Yeah, he's maintaining his pattern. I like that. It's true. So I was asking you guys which Nigerian other player should have been in his best 11 from the group stage. Henry says Osimhen. Alex Iwobi, you're trying to say Bosse. Alex Iwobi. Lolly says Bassi should be in the first 11. Lola, I agree. I said Calvin Bassi. He's been consistent. His energy, his work rate, admirable, great guy. I agree. Where is Bissouma and Makamba? You will go ask Kafu. You're not going to ask me. You're not going to ask me. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for sending in your comments. Yeah. Oh, Harry, Lolade is your friend? Who is your friend? Lolade your friend, Harry? That would be nice if you know Lolade, my childhood friend. So yeah, that's it. Group stage best 11. Say it for yourself. I don't criticize players. That's what CAF says, look, this is our best 11. And that's what they are. Let's see the round of 16 schedule again. Let's have a look. So guys, look at this. Look at this round of 16 schedule and tell me where we are likely going to see an upset. Let's talk about it. Senegal take on Sudan. It's Morocco the host versus Tanzania. Tanzania made it from the Group C with Nigeria with 2 points. 2 points. Oh, when God stand for your back. Come on, man. First time that we get into the knockout phase at the AFCON. 2 points. So they'll be taking on the host. And I said, if Tanzania beats Morocco, to be the biggest upset we have seen with football in Africa. Oh yes. Oh yeah. But what do I know these days? Football can be so funny. It can stun you when you least expect, guys. Don't forget to like this video. I want us to push this video. Let's push this video out. Push it out for me, please. Like the video. Only 22 persons have liked this video. I want more people to like this video. Yeah. Nice one, Lalade. I'll look out for you. We'll talk. I'll send you my number on LinkedIn. So we can connect. Only 22 persons. So what I want to do before I go on, like this video that we're watching now and say, comment, I have liked the video. I need to know if you've liked the video. Otherwise I won't go on. I need people to like this video so we can push it out. Round of 16, Senegal, Sudan, Morocco, Tanzania, Egypt versus Benin Republic. That is one place I predicted an upset. I said Benin Republic can do something. Algeria, DR Congo. I said DR Congo can get us talking. It was only Nigeria and Algeria that made that perfect, flawless group run with 9 points. But Algeria, haven't we been there with them before? Before people say I'm running them down, so let me not say much. But I've called an upset with Algeria versus DR Congo. So tell me where else we can see upset. Mali, Tunisia. It's like for like. Like for like. But I've said Mali can get us talking. IoT disagreed with him on my TV show. So when it comes, we'll talk about it again. I want to know why he doesn't agree. He's backing Tunisia. But I'm taking my eyes off Tunisia because they couldn't do just enough to beat Tanzania, you know. So South Africa, Cameroon. Ouch. Why do I think South Africa can win it? What do you guys think? South Africa versus Cameroon. Where do you think that will go? South Africa versus Cameroon. Yeah, thank you so much. Like the video. Guys, like the video and say, I have liked the video. I want to see minimum of 15 likes on this video. Like the video and say, I have liked the video. I have liked the video. And I'm going to start respecting super chats too. When I was leaving London, I told you guys that we needed super chats to support our mission to Morocco. And somehow I just forgot because of that passport issue. So I will soon be appreciating super chats. So if you want to send me a comment now, please click on super chats and let's support this Morocco movement. Round of 16, Nigeria versus Mozambique. Mozambique. I think they're decent. I put them and Uganda on the same level so they can hurt a team on their good day. Or can they hurt the Super Eagles? If the Super Eagles take care of business as they did against Tunisia and keep it going, don't take your eyes off the ball, keep it going. Respect the strategy. Coach Eric Sékou get in proper with your substitution. And when you're making such, I think we should be doing like for like. Don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake that we did against Tunisia. Then there's no way Mozambique can stop Nigeria. Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, I said it straight up on my TV show that Burkina Faso will win that. Yeah, come for me guys later if Cote d'Ivoire win. But I think Burkina Faso has done enough for me, the consistency, the investment they've given to their football. Cote d'Ivoire has been like this. It's been a topsy-turvy, right? Even with the last AFCON, they went down and out. God just wanted to give them that trophy as hosts. They cannot be lucky 2 times. Nah, they need to show workings. they need to show work it. 24 persons have liked the video. So only 2 persons liked the video when I asked us to like. So I still need more people to like the video. So I'm waiting for IoT. Dr. Victor Ademola is standing by. Okay, let me see. IoT simply send link. So I'm just gonna post the link in the comment section. Guys, don't bother clicking on the link. It's just for IoT to come up. When IoT is done, I'm going to I've not done this streaming for some time, so I don't even know how to use it anymore. I've just been struggling, like I've just been clicking everywhere. IoT, the IoT that is chairman of live stream with StreamYard. Nobody comes close. Okay, IoT, I've dropped it in the comments. Let me see if I can copy it. I'll put right here on WhatsApp, but I've dropped it for you. So IoT will let me know what things from the group phase and the round of 16, and then I'll bring you guys to wrap it up for me and 2 hours. We've done 1 hour already, and I'm sure you're having a good time. So tell me if you're enjoying this conversation. Tell me if you're enjoying this conversation, and if you want me to continue after IoT. If you don't want me to continue after IoT, I'll just wrap it up and I'll go. But say, Austin, let's keep it going. If you want me to keep it going, say, Austin, let's keep it going. Let me bring on my man, IoT, to join the conversation. 2025 Africa Cup of Nations round of 16 is upon us. What's going on, IoT? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thanks for joining. I feel like I'm overusing you. We use you for Channels TV. I don't bring you in.
I'm always happy to talk Nigerian football. And
awesome.
The AFCON is fantastic.
Thank you for the work you do. Thank you for for promoting the team. And IoT isn't just about the Super Eagles, being on the Super Falcons, being on everything Nigerian football. My mouth keeps falling. So IoT, thanks for joining. Let's before we get into the round of 16.
Sorry, Austin, before we continue, I want to be sure. I'm hearing music. Is the music from your end?
Yeah, the music is the background. In the background.
Okay, because I was here. I wasn't sure if I left something open.
Yeah, it was you. Yeah. So when I'm doing my live stream, I need to be hearing something in the background. It keeps me going, but I've just dropped it. So before we go into the round of 16 IoT, what sort of group phase experience was it for you at the AFCON?
Oh boy, it was everything from beautiful goals to crazy moments. It's like I remember the first South Africa game, them taking shots from left, right, center, just bangers. Ahmad's goal was beautiful. Of course, El Kabi on opening day gave us a beautiful goal. Ademola Lookman also gave us beautiful goal. And then we had crazy moments. We had Modiba with the handball, against. We had another beautiful goal. The Zimbabwe goal against South Africa was also very beautiful. Dribbled a couple of players. Even the goal that they scored against Nigeria, Uganda, another beautiful goal. We had crazy moments. We had the goalkeeper saving Victor Osimhen shot outside his box. The AFCON, for me, it has given me everything, honestly. Sometimes you just don't want too many of those crazy moments because it can make it start to look unserious, when there's too many crazy things happening. But it's been energetic, it's been positive, the football has been good, the moments have been there. Like we're talking about on channels earlier, the only thing that we're missing right now is that major upset. That's the only thing that we're missing. But it's a knockout round. It's going to come the knockout round.
So now that you have mentioned that it's going to come in the knockout round, let me bring up the schedule. Where are we going to see the upset, IoT?
Look, it might not be in the round of 16. It might not be in the round of 16, but it will come in the knockout round. From this round of 16 fixtures, I think my most probable surprise would be DR Congo versus Algeria. Algeria going into the round of 16, 9 points. They'll be feeling good. Riyad Mahrez is balling. Maza is looking like a brilliant player. They are excited. They are enjoying themselves. But I just feel like, yes, the North African factor is always there. playing in North Africa. They're going to be essentially playing a home game because their fans will fill the stadium more than the Congolese fans. But I think Congo might be able to spring a surprise. They just might be able.
Hmm. I think they're a good team, DR Congo.
They are.
They're such a good team. We underrate that team, but they are so solid at the back, compact in midfield, and when they get a chance up front, they score. Such a good team. Where else do you see another upset?
From this round of 16, I mean, the other ties, like the only other upsets would be if Benin, Tanzania, or Sudan win. But I don't necessarily think that Benin can beat Egypt. Benin, it's like Nigeria. We sucked the life out of Benin Republic. After that 4-0 where we give them for you, they've just been collapsing. They've been discombobulated. They've not been able to gather themselves again. Just check their results. Since they chopped that 4-0 last year, they've just not known what's going on. So we took the life out of Benin. So as much as I don't think Egypt are that good, but I think that they would have more than enough. They are well rested. They didn't play. They played the team in their final game, so I feel like they'll be able to beat Benin. Tanzania, I don't really think they have a chance against the Moroccans, unfortunately. And Sudan, if Sudan win, it will be the biggest shock. If Sudan,
I tell you. No, Tanzania Morocco would be the biggest upset in football. That's why I said African football, but I think in football, if Tanzania got into this round of 16 with 2 points, I still can't understand. IoT, you disagreed with me on Mali, Tunisia on live television. Are you going to still disagree with me on this live stream?
Yes, I still disagree. I fancy Tunisia more than I fancy Mali in this game. Mali have not impressed me, honestly. You don't go to a group stage and play 3 draws and then come to round 16 and make me feel like you're going to do something. Tunisia against Tanzania, I just feel like maybe they did not push themselves to the max, because more than likely Nigeria was going to beat Uganda and Tunisia were going to be safe. Mali against Morocco, I was like, okay, this Malian side looks quite decent, but in the other 2 games, I thought that I would have expected them to do much better, especially considering what they did with Eric Sékou last AFCON. So I think obviously if Mali step up, if Mali play the way I think they can play, then they have the potential to beat Tunisia. But based on the AFCON so far, I'm tipping Tunisia. I think that they've played well. They just concede too much possession, I think, but they still have a good enough team. They have good enough players. I like what Medri has been doing for them so far. Achuri, of course, did well in their opening game as well. Was curtailed in the game against Nigeria, and I think he got hurt in the last game against Tanzania, but I'm not sure how serious the injury was. Skiri in their midfield, Taubi in their defense. I think they have enough quality for me to be able to beat Mali. So, but again, if Mali wins, I'm not going to say it's like a big shock to me. I just think that based on the tournament so far, I'm tipping Tunisia.
Okay, I think that's enough. Let's get into Nigeria versus Mozambique. We talked about the head-to-head, but we know football these days, the stats doesn't really do it. But can this man that's got all of us talking, coach of the group phase, can he get us talking again against Mozambique?
He can, he should, he better. He had better. See, look, we did not qualify for the World Cup, so nothing less than this AFCON trophy is what we're looking for. And it would be the most disappointing thing in the world to go and not defeat Mozambique and lose against Mozambique in the round of 16 after winning your group stage like that. Nah, it would be so disappointing. He had better get us talking. I think that the team has played well so far. The coach has done well. His lineups have been good. His setups have been good. He has played 3 in midfield when he needed to play 3 in midfield, played 2 when he didn't need to, rotated the team a little bit while still keeping strength in the side. I think his coaching has been good so far. Like I said, obviously we must all have noticed, we just have this tendency to drop our guard towards the end of the game. By hook or by crook, the Super Eagles will concede. It's like, just go, if you're a betting man, just put both teams to score. It's like, that we're going to concede somehow. And in the knockout round, again, Mozambique have some quality in the likes of Geni Katamo. They have a lot of dog in them. They have that fight in them. They did not fall against Cote d'Ivoire easily. They did not fall against Cameroon easily. They fought till the end. But I think the Super Eagles, again, if we play the way we've been playing so far, if we come with energy, in like 60 minutes, it's going to be 3-0 and they will not know what hits them. Then they will now score us one goal and then it's 3-1.
Wow. I talked about him a lot. I told you he's the best midfielder in the Super Eagles, and I explained to you that this is because he plays Champions League football. With what this guy showed us, are you starting him against Mozambique?
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Oh,
It's tough. Look, I don't know what he does or doesn't do in training. That's the truth. And one thing that I picked from Eric Shell, I saw in the mixed zone when one of the journalists asked him, not even about Raphael, but just in general, was asking like about the Ebenezers, the Enadis, asking like, oh, will they get more game time? And he said, look, they need to show me in training. So I don't know what Raf does in training that Eric Shell doesn't quite like. For me, I think Ndidi is a constant in the starting 11. And then Alex Iwobi, let's be if we're picking our best 11, Alex Iwobi has to get into the side. So do we now play a third midfielder and then play Rafael Onyedika? That's the question. I think Onyedika is good in a game where you are going to dominate possession, which we would likely do against Mozambique. But if the coach decides to go with his 4-4-2 that he likes to play, his 4-2-2-2, however you look at it, I think he would miss out. It really depends on the system. If he's three in midfield, maybe you play him instead of playing in Ndidi and Onyeka, you can put Onyedika. But if it's two in midfield, I think it's going to be Ndidi and Alex.
Who will you play?
Who would I play? I would play Ndidi and Alex. I will play Ndidi and Alex. The reality is that Rafael is a midfielder who likes to use the ball in certain ways. Ndidi is a ball winner. Ndidi is an interceptor. He's a cleaner. He does the dirty job, the job that people don't appreciate as much. Onyedika doesn't quite do that. Can he make a tackle? Yes. Can he make tackles at the rates that Wilfred Ndidi can? No. So he's better on the ball. He's better going forward. He can score a goal. Ndidi probably doesn't score those two finishes that Rafael Onyedika scored against Uganda. But I think that you need that solidity in midfield. When we were playing against Uganda, we had a little bit more leeway. It was a very weak team that we're playing against, and had we lost that game, it would have meant nothing. But in a game like this, I wouldn't risk it, man. I'll play my best defensive midfielder, and then I'll play my best playmaker in the midfield.
I can't blame you. But I like the fact that he took a chance, particularly for those of us who have been calling for him and saying that he can do one or two things. And I like that I see Onyedika at your back there, number 15. So, yeah, you're repping him big time. Let's talk about another name that is at your back. That's Moses Simon. I had a chat with him on Wednesday at the training ground. And he says he likes the competition in the team. He's one of the senior players. You think Moses Simon still have something to, give to this team when we need it most? I would say.
I think so. Moses Simon is a player that I look at that unfortunately can't get into the 11 right now because he competes with Ademola Lookman, who is, our talisman as far as the last two AFCONs have been concerned. But I think against a team that decides to sit back, if we're struggling for a goal late in the game, Moses Simon is someone that can come and unlock a defense like that. With his dribbling, a lot of people get frustrated with him for. I think he has that quality. We've seen it in AFCON's past. I remember 2021 AFCON was Moses Simon was on fire in those group stage matches before we ended up losing the round of 16. So when we play against teams like that, I just want to sit back a lot, don't want to give us the space. Simon has the ability to drag the out of position, and his creativity has been better in the past few matches that he's played for Nigeria. A lot of people are critical about his crossing, but in the past few games that he's played, his crossing has been better. He has found, Chukwueze should have converted one in the other game against Uganda. Like, he's doing better, So I think he's a good impact sub player for the Super Eagles right now.
I agree. So what do you think? We've seen 3 matches, IOT. And with your analysis, what can win it for the Super Eagles? What do they need to execute properly to beat Mozambique?
To beat Mozambique, I think just play together. Play together. That's one thing that I've loved so far. They've been playing as a team. Everybody's working for everybody. They are passing, they are putting combinations of play on the field that we don't usually see them do. If they play together, they should play their natural game. Take
Hmm.
advantage of the 1v1 matchups that we have, and we know that we are better than them in those 1v1 matchups. And
Yeah.
just focus, focus, focus. We cannot afford these slip ups that we have where we just one player switches off, one player just falls asleep, one ball over the
No.
top, one ball in behind, and we've conceded. If they play their game, I think they blow Mozambique out the park. It might not necessarily be like a huge scoreline, but you will watch the game and you will know, yeah, like
They
Super
play well.
Eagles won this game comfortably. But again, it's just one momentary lapse, one ball over the top, or anything. And if Mozambique
You
score
saw
all of
it
it,
against Tunisia. The
you know,
fantastic football they played, just those two goals, just watered down their efforts.
even though yes, Tunisia had a little bit of help from the referee, but still, it was a drop in concentration and a drop in the level.
That's
We
why
saw it
that's
in
the
we saw
word.
it in all three games at the group stage. 75 minutes, brilliant. And in the last 15 minutes, you just make one silly mistake. To me, it was slightly embarrassing even conceding against the 10 men of Uganda. But I think again, play our game, play as a team. All 8 goals that we've scored in tournament so far have come off of assists. So nobody did any individual run, anything like that. Every goal has been assisted so far, and that's a stat that makes me very, very happy. And as long as they can
Yep.
play like that, but like I've been doing this long enough that I remember that I would come online and I would talk about how the Super Eagles don't even do anything with set pieces. I used to talk about it so much. Kelechi will just cross
Yeah.
ball. It will go anywhere. Nobody will do anything. And all of it, we're seeing us score from corner kicks. So, I think
Yep.
we've 3 out of our 8 goals. Lookman, I
Uh-huh.
think 2 from corners. There was the
Hmm.
Iwobi assist in first game that came off of, was it a corner or a throw in at that side, and quickly passed it to Iwobi, and
And
you
the
know
way they executed that corner, remember it was Chukwueze. Ademola picked it, gave it back to Chukwueze. Chukwueze gave to Iwobi. Iwobi crossed and Semi
yeah.
Ajayi.
So exactly,
Lovely.
we are now taking advantage of set pieces, and it makes me so happy because all phases of the game matter. It cannot just be cross and inshallah. So I like the fact that we're playing like a team. We're playing as if we actually train together, because in times past, you've watched Super Eagles play and you wonder if they actually trained or if they just picked 11 people and just put them on the field and say, oh, yeah, go and
They
play.
can
So I think,
run.
yeah, I think like just play your game, focus, play as a team, and you should be able to get the results. And I like the fact that, again, I'm projecting a little bit far into the future, but I also like the fact that there is a sizable gap between the games in the knockout stage. So we wouldn't have that fatigue factor come into it, moving forward, things like that. They've played their last game now. It's been what, 4 or 5 days before they are going to play um
Yeah.
against Mozambique. So everybody should be ready. Everybody should be in good
Yeah.
shape. I'm excited for
And
it.
the,
I'm excited for it.
and the coach didn't give a rest. Right after the win against Uganda, they were back to the training ground. New Year Day, they trained. They trained yesterday. They trained on Friday also. So nobody is getting any rest. It's just back to business, straight up. And I think that's really really important. So I would say I want to let you go, but
Let me.
what
So
would be
before you let me go, I want to just say something here about this knockout round. Look, I said that there will be an upset eventually. Let me just give you a little bit of my thoughts of what's going
okay?
to happen. Tunisia will beat Mali, Senegal will beat Sudan, Ivory Coast will beat Burkina Faso, Benin Republic will lose, Egypt will win. I think that DR Congo, Algeria is a toss up. I want to face DR Congo, so I think DR Congo, defeat Algeria. Nigeria defeat Mozambique, Morocco defeat Tanzania, South Africa, Cameroon. I'm going for South Africa. I think South Africa will get the result
That's
over Cameroon. And for me, what just to summarize, Morocco will face Nigeria in quarterfinals, or rather in the semi-final. And I think that
Morocco,
this is,
Nigeria.
yes, Morocco, Nigeria in the semi-final is what I'm predicting. And I think, I hope I get this right, but I strongly think that the final of the AFCON will be a rematch of the last final.
Ayoti, are you okay? Cote d'Ivoire will get to the final.
See, I have that sneaky feeling that they can do it because I think they beat Burkina Faso. If they face Egypt in the quarterfinals, I think that they have enough to beat Egypt. If they face Senegal in the semi-final, it will be a tough game for sure. But remember, it's Senegal, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast have Senegal's number. Ivory Coast can beat Senegal, and then they will set up a rematch. Nigeria, Ivory Coast in the AFCON final. Nigeria know that this is the team that beat you last time. Can you allow them to come and dunk on your head again? No pressure on Ivory Coast. It will be all the pressure on Nigeria. It will be a very, very interesting matchup.
Ayoti, this is a staggering prediction. I have never after that.
See,
Ivory Coast is still shaky, but I will take your prediction, because this is football where anything can happen. But nah, I'll take Nigeria to get to the final because it will keep my AFCON coverage lively. So that one I agree. They would take away that I'm in Nigeria. If Nigeria gets to the final, if I know I will go back to London, I'll follow the team back to Nigeria because they will celebrate. I will see the celebration. So I keep that one. But Cote d'Ivoire, I disagree. I really do disagree. Before you even came on, I told my people I called Burkina Faso to beat Cote d'Ivoire.
okay. Well, I don't think
Yeah.
Burkina Faso will defeat Cote d'Ivoire. Burkina Faso is that team that they do better than you think that they would, but they eventually meet their level
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
lose.
IoT.
Um,
Always a delight. Guys, go and subscribe to IoT's channel. You will not regret. It does a great job with talking about the national teams. Go and subscribe to Eagles Tracker. IoT, I appreciate the love. You always turn up when I call you. I'm in Fez. If you need anything too, bro, let me know. Get in touch.
Thank you very
I'll
much.
say
Man. Nice to be here with you
all the
again.
best.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you, thank you. I will leave this picture. IoT has made his prediction. What about you guys? What do you think about everything IoT talked about? IoT is predicting. IoT is predicting last year's final to happen again. Can you guys believe it? I'm speechless. I'm speechless about it. But hey, that's IoT's football knowledge right there, and that was really, really daring. We'll see. IoT has left. That's all he's saying. IoT, hi. Yeah, I'm sure he's reading. He's saying it too. Thank you so much. After Lex next Nelson, thanks for joining. You guys can see that I'm in a makeshift studio because I rented an apartment here in Fez, so I can try to talk to you guys. On the internet has been a bit fair. IoT talked, he didn't break ball. It's just I can't play video. I'm not even attempting it because it's going to. Ouch! I wanted to ask IoT this. What do I think so far about officiating? IoT mentioned it a bit. We saw some, you know, weak officiating in Nigeria versus Tunisia. So far, no, I'll leave that for Dr. Ademola Victor. He's going to be joining us next. Let me see if I can send Doctor the link. Things are falling here so that Doctor can join. Doctor is covering the tournament with me. We're in the same apartment, but I'm sure you'll be ready to get into the conversation. That's another content creator that I respect a lot. So Dr. Ademola Victor will answer that for me. Let me see if I can drop him the link and then he joins. Right after Doctor is done, I can now bring you guys together. So, Doc, I've sent the link. Get in here. Get in here. So, officiating. Ayodele Sudan could shock the Senegalese team by parking the bus and not playing attractive football, frustrating. They can frustrate Senegal, but I think Senegal will do just enough to win it. I think Senegal will do just enough to win it. I didn't touch that one. Okay, I didn't touch that one. Harry, not going to the World Cup was not his fault. He only helped us out. That's all. I think you're talking about Eric Sékou here. My man IK, thanks for joining. Guy, we need midfielders that are better going forward and can score. That's the edge he has over EDD for their next game. But But what about when he goes forward and then you start looking for him? What about when he's dispossessed and then they counter you? You also need to think that what I also was trying to say is indeed he wins dwells, indeed he makes less errors, So I think that's why indeed he's definitely preferred. Yeah. I can joke Burkina Faso to beat Ivory Coast. I said it. I called it, but IoT saying Ivory Coast will get to the final. I cannot wait to go back to him and say, did I tell you? I greet you too, my dear brother. Thanks for joining. I can joke Ayo. That's what happened, bro. Anyway, that's your prediction. We'll see. Guy, we need midfielders. I took that one. Yeah. So let me bring in Doctor. Get in here. Get in here, Doctor. Okay, so Doctor, we need you to be on landscape. We need you to be the way I am.
Awesome.
Yeah. Aha, fantastic. So, guys, this is Dr. Victor Ademola. I'm sure you guys know him. If you follow Nigerian sports, he's a massive. He has left being a contributor to an advocate. This guy is not just a content creator. So, guys, go and subscribe to Dr. Victor's page. We've been covering the AFCON together, and I love his insight. Let me continue from where IoT stopped. Victor, what sort of AFCON has it been for you covering it?
Well, it's been exciting for me in Fez, Morocco. Although I'll say it's cold, but it is what it is. This is my officially first AFCON coverage. So yeah, I'm enjoying it as it stands right now.
Oh, nice. So what has been your, standout experience? Is it covering the fans? Is it the stadium ambience? Is it you as a media person getting to chase the stories? What are those things that, when you come back, like, oh, I like this experience?
Oh, so for me, it's been the people, the people in Morocco, the people in Fez. Every time they get to hear that, you're from Nigeria, and when we struggle with the language barriers, it's always fun to see their reaction.
Nice. And the low turnout, that's been a big blow for the AFCON, isn't it?
Yes, seriously. It's been a serious one for them. And there have been stories about the fact that maybe they have resellers trying to take advantage of the system. So they buy lots of tickets and they hope to sell it at a higher price. The game, I think when Nigeria played our last game against Uganda, about 11,000 attenders, over 50,000 capacity. That's so low.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shit,
I think the game against Tunisia was sold out. This against Uganda was so just like the opening game.
Well, they said sold out, but that stadium wasn't sold out. I was in there with you. We started wondering. And you said something about the resellers.
Yes. And I feel like what CAF needs to do is simple. Once they observe that the stadium is not getting filled up, after 10 minutes, that's open for the fans outside. Once the reseller sees this, it's to discourage them from trying to order tickets and make profit out of this.
Let's talk about what happened to the Super Eagles in the group phase. Yeah. Is this guy your standout performer from the Super Eagles?
Yes. So far so good. The boys can score. They've shown that they can score. Obviously, the problem has always been, locking out that defense. Avoid just lock it out. Don't concede cheap goals. We saw that against Tanzania. We're lucky against Tanzania because we responded almost immediately. When Tanzania equalized in that game against Tunisia, at attack that's a problem for a lot of fans. Leading 3 goals comfortably, 75 minutes, 50 minutes ago, Tunisia started playing us. And third game against Uganda, a different squad, solid performance, but we also conceded 3 goalkeepers for Uganda. We play out and we still conceded. So it's going to be a worry in the knockout stage if you face clinical teams that would punish. And we have to work on that going forward, definitely. I'm sure the coaching crew would be working on ensuring that happens. Some have also faulted the coach substitutions, and maybe that has resulted in us considering those late goals. But yeah, we have to wait to find out now. Now we're getting to the main business. So in the 4 teams started this competition, we're down to the final 16 teams. At this point in time, even if you finish your group with 3 points, it doesn't matter. Or you finish with 2 points like Tanzania, it doesn't matter. Just win your game.
Know.
Just win your game. Either 90 minutes extra time or penalties.
So I was calling Dr. Victor. You have been covering the Super Eagles, but now you are here live covering the AFCON. You've met the players. You've seen Coach Eric Shell up close and personal. I've seen you also speak to him. What is it about? What is it about this guy? And do you think he has what it takes to lead Nigeria to the final?
Yes, he has what it takes. He has the squad also as well that can go all the way. Obviously, Eric Sékou Chelle is not the best coach in the world, definitely, but he has done well so far. He has to lose a game at least. If you roll out the friendly game against Egypt, he has to lose a competitive game with the Super Eagles of Nigeria in 90 minutes. So I think he has what it takes. He can go all the way. Now the players will be playing with two different motivations. First motivation, they got to the final at the last AFCON. They were knocked out in the final. Second motivation, they missed out on the World Cup qualification. So they know they have to deliver something at least for the fans to make them happy. And maybe that would be the driving force that probably would play out in the favor of the coach. And we might just get a win. But I would always say it's one game at a time. We don't want to underestimate the next opponent, Mozambique, because, history, we don't want history to repeat itself.
Me, I've always been telling you when we're talking, I say, me, I cannot predict with the Super Eagles team. They couldn't beat Lesotho in Uyo. They couldn't beat Zimbabwe home and away. Yes, I know at tournament level is a different experience entirely, but it is what it is. Let's get into the round of 16. I'm sure you listened to the last guy, IoT, and his prediction. He's calling Cote d'Ivoire Nigeria final again.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I can see that happening. But it feels like our side, our half of the road to the final is a tough side. If we let me now go ahead of myself now. Say if we defeat Mozambique, it's going to be either Algeria or DR Congo. We know the history with Algeria and the AFCON. We know the history with DR Congo, just World Cup playoff that we just had. And we also have Morocco, the host nation, half of the draw. So it's not going to be an easy side. Definitely, like Ademola Lookman said at the mix zone, if you want to be the best, you have to play the best and defeat the best. So it feels like for us to go all the way this time around, we should be ready to play the very best after the stage, after the round of 16. Maybe the games will definitely get tougher, And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Super Eagles of Nigeria getting all the way to the final and lifting potentially our fourth AFCON title here in Morocco, the second in North Africa after lifting Tunisia in 1994. So yeah, fingers crossed. This is the year where we equal Ghana at least the number of AFCON trophy.
So that we can have bragging rights too, because those people
Definitely.
they drag us. Any opportunity will be dragging us. But Victor, look at the round of 16. Where can we possibly see an upset?
This is going to be a tough one, the biggest upset, I know it's not going to happen, or it should definitely might not happen. The biggest upset would have been the host nation losing to a team that finished with 2 points, Tanzania. Well, the odds will be so low, so that's what happened. Well, maybe I see DR Congo shocking Algeria. Algeria finished their group with 9 points, top of the group. Only Nigeria and Algeria finished their group with a 100% record, and DR Congo also finished strong. So that might just be the shocker. I also feel like one big team will crash out. There will be at least one surprise result. The round of 16 this time around. I don't know where that will come from, but I'm expecting at least one. Hopefully it's not Nigeria because that will also be shocking. So maybe DRC Algeria, because DRC also a very solid side. They are just unlucky against Senegal. When they play Senegal, they cannot find a way to break that team. I remember when they destroyed their stadium at the last World Cup qualifiers because they were leading 2-0 against Senegal. They considered 3 goals, and it was just the end of the World Cup. Direct World Cup qualification for them then. Same thing at the AFCON. So for them, Algeria will be a high order for them to cross. I feel like they can go all out against Algeria and they can get results. They'll also be trying to do better than they did at the last AFCON. In Cote d'Ivoire, they came fourth at the last AFCON. They also did not start well in the group, but they also didn't lose games. So I feel like DR Congo might just be one game I don't want to miss. I see them maybe getting to the next round and facing Nigeria again, and maybe we'll get our revenge.
We'll see. What do you think about Mali, Tunisia?
Tunisia, they have not been impressive too group stage. The game against Tanzania, even though they played their main team, they still struggled against Tanzania. So maybe Mali as well. Mali, the only team to get to the next round with 3 draws, finish second in their group with no win, but also not really impressive. Maybe this is where they start to play the beautiful football. So yeah, I see Mali maybe slightly winning that game against Tunisia.
So too.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very possible. Very possible. And I think Mali is also the team with the most cards. I think they have 10 yellow cards and 1 red card. So they have a lot of players working title.
South Africa, Cameroon.
South Africa, Cameroon. Thank God at least Nigeria avoided playing Cameroon, because that group F on the final day, we were all watching. Who are we going to face? Is it Cote d'Ivoire? Is it Gabon? Is it Cameroon?
I know.
But yeah, our rivals. South Africa also, 3rd place at the last AFCON. Maybe this is a game that drags out to extra time and penalties. And at that point, if it goes to penalty with the goalkeeper South Africa, maybe they might just get the result against Cameroon. Cameroon also, with the crisis, at least they made it to the next round. They finished second in the group. Good for them. Maybe they can now take that very fine form from the group stage and build on that and learn from their mistakes and continue to progress, continue to grow. They also play with passion. You could tell from the national anthem when they come out to play games, and the way they are always dedicated, when they're on the pitch. Where also they come back against Mozambique. But South Africa, they don't give that strong vibe when it comes to the AFCON. And I think a lot of South Africans are also saying that online, that they're not feeling the team like they did at the last AFCON. They have not brought that very fine from this time. And they were lucky against Egypt, I know, with the penalty issue and all of that. But this match, it could be 50-50. It could be either way. If it goes to penalty, South Africa wins. If Cameroon can find a way to get an early goal, they can lock South Africa out and stop them from scoring, and they might just advance to the next round.
See, let me ask you this before I let you go. You're covering this team. You see the players, the mentality, their togetherness. Do they strike you as a winning team or a team on a purpose?
Yes, they do. They do. And both ways. Winning team and team on a purpose. Like you said earlier today with Fred and Didi, when you asked him about the fact that they were conceding, he told you the point blank that they are winning. And they want to just find ways to win. They don't mind how they play. Just get the results. That's what that matters. Like if you say the 3 points matters. But now at the stage of the competition, winning matters. Just find a way to win. And in 90 minutes, in extra time or penalties, and that's what it's going to come down to. Find ways to win, and you might just win the tournament. It'll be one game at a time. You saw that the squad at this time they have a good depth. Now, who will the coach start? Will he leave his captain on the bench, or will he start the player of the match at the last game, Rafael Onyedika? So
no,
it's a good edict for any coach to have when you have lots of talented players and you don't know who to start. That's always a good edict for any coach to have. So fingers crossed, the boys would deliver. But yeah, that team bond is there. It's showing at least, you can hear from when the players talk, when they talk to the press. Everybody they were happy for Onyedika. Even the person that we're supposed to be fighting for positions with in the team, always happy for this performance, and that tells a lot. That tells a lot in the team.
Dr. Victor Ademola, thank you so much for your time. We will see for the stadium. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. Dr. Victor Ademola, guys, go subscribe to his channel also. He does good with sports in Nigeria. Thanks so much, Doc.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, sir.
So that's it. Let me bring in the guys. TC, I'm ready for you now. TC, I see you. Please sit upright. Thank you. I see you. Stay humble is also here. Stay humble, sit upright. Let me bring you guys. Let's talk about the Super Eagles and the round of 16. But I'll begin with let me see. Okay, first let me bring up you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, that has stayed with us. We're going to 2 hours now. It's been fun having this conversation with you. I can see you guys have missed me. I miss you guys too. It's so much fun. Round of 16 of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria taking on Mozambique. We talked about Morocco versus Tanzania. I said, look, anything can happen in football, but some things cannot just happen. I see you guys agreeing with Doc. Like I said, your analysis are on point, Doc. Nice one, Doc. You see, people like your analysis. I agree with your analysis, Doc. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ike says Oyedika has been fantastic in all his game. He joins the attack when needed, and he also wins the ball and spray brilliant passes and he scores. I like him. I've always talked about him. I've always said I wish he can be part of the team. I'm glad that he's showing that when you have a chance, you have to take it. Yeah, what matters now is winning your game. Thank you so much, Okoro Honore Day, for that comment. Thank you. Ayo, that won't happen anyway. That's your prediction. I'm sure you're talking about Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria in the final again. I totally agree with you. I can Jakuga. We need midfielders that are better going forward and can score. That's the edge he has over MDD for their next game. I think I've jumped on that one also, telling you that it also has its disadvantage. TC, thank you so much. Welcome, TC, and thanks for staying. TC, the last time you were here, we had so much fun. Your analysis were on point. Let me also bring Stay Humble. Stay humble. Thank you so much for staying with me. TC, let me begin with you. What sort of AFCON has it been for you?
Well, I've not been too excited about everything. I'm taking it like cool. Like I'm taking it very cool in the sense that cool in the sense I'm not expecting too much from Nigeria, but I'm expecting something good from them in the sense that I just want them to just give the fight. Whatever happens, I'll take it. But what I've seen so far, I'm impressed with their collectiveness in their play. And I posted something on my ex, my Twitter account. I said, actually dreamt. I dreamt seeing the carrying lifting the cup, and
Nigeria lifting the cup.
Yes, I saw the carrying lifting the cup.
But don't you know that dreams come true?
So I don't want to sound too much, but yes,
True.
whenever I see things like that, sometimes I just hold myself. I don't want to sound like the people. This is a global. People will not understand, but I just put it. I said, let me just put it. I just drop it. I don't leave it there. I don't want to make too much of fuss of it. But what I know about Nigeria is that when you least expect us to do things, we do things to make things happen. That's what I know. Just make things happen. But only what I sense is that the guys want this for themselves. They want this for themselves. So maybe I'll believe them to the extent that they believe in themselves. That's how.
I like that.
And two,
I like that.
yeah. So two again. A lot of people talk about Nigerian team and we forget a lot of things. We forget easily what has happened leading to this time. Okay, say from the last Nations Cup, what happened, what transpired. It took NFF donkey years to appoint a coach, and when they did appointed the Finidi and all the whole thing that was happening, and because of we're getting good results, people now forget, and we're now talking like we used to. But we need to give that team the credit. We've always known that the team has capacity to play the way they are playing. I'm not surprised because if you see them play visually in their club side, that's what they do normally. The Mobis, that's what they do in Fulham. All those things. I see here. So, but coming together to play together as a team, Nigeria in the Nations Cup, that's very, very noteworthy. Also, we're a traditional Nations Cup team. I've seen a lot of people post online. I like the way they just saw direct Nigeria. So, especially this new age broadcasters. See them maybe on CBS. See them on. I just laugh. I say these kids don't even know. They don't even know Nigerian football. They don't know African football, and because they don't know Nigeria and because they don't know much really about African football, they just talk like. Because of Congo had won over us the last time over penalty. All of a sudden, Congo is now, big team. People they were pooing their pants before that match, they couldn't even talk. I want to join Aya to agree that I want us to play Congo because if we play what we played first 45 minutes in that knockout stage, that playoff, played that same way for 90 minutes. We're beating them. And I watched their game. I watched their game against who was the they played last? Botswana? Who was that they played last? I can't remember again. I think it was
You guys have
Botswana.
not healed from what DR Congo did to you guys. You guys should be
No.
careful.
I don't think. See, you could notice something. The Nigerian team there was something about the Nigerian team that was happening in that period. They were evolving, and few things were not right, was not in place, and you can sense that something was not in place. Something was wrong, judging by the way the atmosphere in the camp. There's something wrong, but probably I think Kong is one person that had turned down a lot of things. A lot of things went wrong in that camp throughout that particular time. But I think the team had put it back, and they're all putting light. They are trying to make light of it of that situation. Something wasn't right in that period, and it affected them in a lot of ways. So people were not paying attention to what the coach wants them to do, and they dropped the ball when they need not to drop the ball. I think that's actually affected them. So, but I don't think when it comes to the next, maybe if you get to meet them next time, I'll tell you this. One of those toughest match, one of those matches you take is very tough. The Congo, I'll take it to the bank. It's going to be, pretty much straightforward African game of grit, determination. But guess what? Nigeria will come tops, and that game will not enter extra time. If we play TDR Congo, we will have a more tougher game if we play Morocco. We play Morocco. Do you know why I said this? Yes. Yeah. When the Congo, they are right now. They are over believing themselves. They think. See, there's something about it. If you've watched the Nations Cup before now. I think I started watching Nations Cup since '88. I watched Morocco as a kid. As a tiny, I watched Morocco '88. I watched August 90s. I remember if I was coming back from school, our first match when they flogged us 5-1. This on the TV. So, but they are this kind of thing. This Congo, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana. When you watch games like Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Senegal, all these teams, there's something about them. They've not changed their style of play to date. You can go out if you go back to the old tapes. If you remember Nigerian Ghana, one we hosted in 2000, the game Cameroon and Ivory Coast, they were in the same group. They all played. It's always that kind of drabby, muzzle, kick, follow, muzzle you, cross. That is how Congo play. That's how they've been playing all their life. If you watch the game in Zaire, when they were Zaire, that's how they play. They kick the ball, run after it, back you, go to the corner, cross, head, or stamp the ball with the leg.
They're evolving. I watched them all through the qualifiers. I've seen them at this AFCON. The last game against Botswana, they were really decent. They won 3-0. They finished that group, joined top with 7 points in Senegal. So let's give them their flowers.
Yeah, their toughest game is Senegal, and they play similarly the way Senegal play. So it was going to be easy for them to play match Senegal, aura for aura, energy for energy, kick the ball, run the channel. They play similar style with Senegal. I didn't expect anything less. The only way Senegal would have defeated them was probably they take their chances. Senegal has a more better clinical finishers in front if they had the chance than them. Apart from that, that's the way Nigeria play. And we showed it in the first 45. If you want to go back, you want to talk about DR Congo, but go to that first 45 minutes. That's the way we play our game that make other teams feel very, very uncomfortable playing Nigeria, because we're kind of team that tend to impose our style of play. And whenever we're playing, we don't impose our style. We tend to struggle. We tend to struggle. So if we ever meet them, I will tell you this for me personally, I won't have palpitation of the heart about the game. Okay. I know they're a good side. Yes.
Oh, that thought. I'm beginning to get your angle with this DR Congo, but stay humble. Thank you so much for staying humble and waiting. Thank you.
Yeah, if you are a fan of Arsenal, you would know where the name is coming from.
I see.
If you follow the Premier
League, I know.
Yeah.
But what's
thank you very much.
What's
good to be here again. TC, Yeah, my boss, proudly Austin.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think the last
I
time
wanted to
we
remember. Wait. I want to remember. I know you told me the last time. Remind me your name again. It's not Stay Humble that I know.
um, my, Stay Humble has always been the name I
Okay.
come with on
I
YouTube.
understand if you don't say it, but I want to take it from this. I want to take it from this angle. Have you also been dreaming of Wilfred Indeed lifting the trophy?
I've not had any dream, to be honest. I've not had any dream, really. Yeah, curiously, because if you remember, the last time we talked about this before the tournament kicked off, I told you that we do not have the strongest team. We do not have the strongest team. There are so many strong teams in the tournament, and we do not have the best players. But remember that for African Nations Cup from history, it's not always, in fact, it's not usually the country with the best players that will win. 2013 is a very good example of that, when Stephen Keshi went with players who were really, really determined. And there was, great unity in that team. And that was why they were able to win. But back to the issues in the tournament now. Exactly, I think 1 year and 6 months ago, I can't remember, but sometime in 2024, when Finidi George was the coach, I was at work and I managed to watch a friendly match between Nigeria and Mali. By then, there was great discontent, with the Nigerian team. Over the years, anyway, we had such great potential, but we were not able to, put our potential into results and quality play on the pitch. So the friendly was against Mali, and the Malian team played so well. I watched that friendly and I was like, couldn't we play like this? Like that, the least we could do as the Super Eagles was to actually play. The least was to play like that Malian team. And fast forward to a few months after that, there was a rumor that Eric Chelle was being considered to be the coach of the Super Eagles. So many people oppose that, unfortunately, especially people that believe that, oh, if it's not a Nigerian person, it must be a foreigner. Because we Nigerians, I think we have this mentality that we are better than all the other Africans, especially Nigerians living in this United Kingdom. They have this sense that they are better than all the other Africans. But what I believe in is that if it's not a Nigerian, let it be another African. So, and Chell, was qualified to have that job based on what he did in Mali. And a few days ago, I was asked, in a show, to mention who I thought was my man of the year for 2025. My response was Eric Chelle. Why did I mention him? So he had the courage to do something that many coaches previously could not do. What was it? To try something new, to synthesize his own thoughts, not just following the bandwagon, to look at the team, to say, look, what is the strength of this team? So we have huge depth in attack. We do not have the most talented defenders. We may not have the most brilliant midfielders, probably the midfielders that play for big clubs in Europe, etc. But we have very, very good depth in attack. Everybody agrees that we have very, very sound players in attack. So previously, instead of the coaches maximizing the potential we had in attack, they instead added to the number in defense, which was really, really retrogressive, which was really, really cowardly. So the last Nations Cup, yeah, though we reached the final, which is a problem we have. We are always focused on the result. We don't look at the process. If a team is making progress, I'm happier than, if they are just playing some crappy football, winning by some, penalty shootout, etc., and they reach the final, they win the trophy. I'm not usually impressed, to be honest. We played five at the back, which wasn't supposed to be so. When we had, an embarrassment of attackers. So now Chell had come in and he has looked at the team. He said, there's no point having five players at the back. It's absolutely meaningless. We don't have good, very, very talented defenders. We have defenders that are okay. Now, he's maximizing what we have in attack, playing the 4-4-2, not just playing the 4-4-2, but the diamond in midfield, which is something that we had tried before in the past, like some decades ago. Now he's saying that
it still switches. It switches the formation, and sometimes it affects the players because execution also matters with those formations. It's clearly you're switching.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're looking at the game, you may need to tweak your formation, to tweak the position of the players, etc. But the starting formation now is usually a diamond midfield. Because previously we were basing on having, let's say, two defensive midfielders, which so many teams in Europe do. But this is not European tournament. African Nations Cup, African Nations Cup, if you don't have a big bully striker like Victor Osimhen, Didier Drogba, playing one striker up front is just a suicide attempt. You need two strikers up front, especially if you have that bully, and then if you have a support striker who is technically gifted, like you have the guy that plays for Sevilla, Adams. Yeah, he's a striker who can also score goals, who is strong, who has presence up front, and who can provide some creativity, who can support. So that Osimhen Adams partnership is a good partnership that we should nurture in the coming months and probably years if they stay fit. And also, one thing we should do after this tournament, for sure, if we are a country that wants to make progress, we are retaining Eric Sékou, because even a blind person could see that this guy has something to offer.
My brother, if you know win AFCON and NFF, the NFF Mushi said that first they said you must reach final. That's the target they gave to him. So if he doesn't reach final, and there's no way you reach look with Nigeria. If you reach final, you are condemned to win. You must win. So Pizarro reached final, came back and was asking for salary that tripled what he was receiving before. And they told him goodbye. So with Eric Sékou, I think the signs look good. Let me go back to his records. I was showing us the other time, and that's the next conversation I want us to have. That's a good place to land. Stay humble. Thanks so much. Let me bring in TC. TC, so take a look at Eric Sékou's Super Eagles diary. Are you convinced? Let's be sincere with all the results you're seeing of this coach. Is it a coach that can transform our football?
I think yes, if given time.
At that time, we don't get, bro. At that time,
no, we get time. We get time because we are people who always want to circumvent, get into a place. I've been involved in some planning high level in Nigeria. I work with some, where we get involved in working with some, planning of certain portfolios that fuels our budget and everything. And one thing I've noticed there is that you could see the signs that we're not going to get there in the next 20 years in terms of development in Nigeria. That's what I'm saying. It is in our culture not to do things, sequentially and systematically to get to a place. So if we
anything that will make us miss World Cup, TC, wait. We have missed World Cup back to back. Don't come and speak English for us. If you are coming now and you are keeping Eric Sékou, he must win he must qualify for the next World Cup. He must win AFCON.
If it's judging, you have to be judging by the results, and not just the result. Is the way and manner those results was achieved. You can see a stark difference in how they achieved those results. The team is beginning to have an identity, and it's going to be easy for you to be able to plug and play, bring new players to play in a way, in that way you want them to play. And the truth about it, this 4-4-2 we're talking about. This is how Nigeria has been playing before now. When we did not have Okocha, when we did not have Okocha in the team, what we had were, I remember that time, Friday Lahore, they are the ones always in the middle. Then you now have sometimes you now have Siasia on the side, Siasia and Yekini play in the front. Sometimes Siasia will be hitting from the left. Finidi will play always this same thing, in this inverted thing that Chukwueze is playing. Finidi plays, that's why at the later part of Finidi's game with Nigeria, he plays in the midfield, if you remember. In 2000, Finidi played in the middle. That's how he played. From the talking from the midfield, go on the run, when he needs to run, come back, talking again. This has always been the way Nigerian play. And when we play like this, when we have a good solidity from the defense, and then we then become more expressive. Then you now see us beginning to play more expressive football. You need to see us show skill, dribble someone, pass ball, throw ball, do all those NASA passes, give a NASA, all those things. It is because when we have a system that works, I don't think we are in the wrong track if we keep him. If we keep him and see what he's doing and how we're bringing up players, we are getting new people to play in a system. We'll definitely remove some other players who will not able to keep up with the pace, and you bring other people who are talented and willing to fight for the badge. I will tell you, it's not going to be a difficulty for us to qualify for the next World Cup if we have a consistent, coaching back room. But if we truncate it again, we go back to the same thing we've been doing all the time. We have never left. The only person that has stayed after a Nations Cup to the next one, who has that been? Nobody. I can't remember. No coach has coached us twice. We have not taken a coach once except Western Hub. I can't remember ever when we ever had one single coach take us to several Nations Cup. If I'm wrong, I might be wrong anyway. But I can't remember none. It is one Nations Cup and they are gone. The next one will start again. The next one, it is not. Rome was not built in a day. So if we must get to the next level, the next generation of Nigerian stars, Nigerian player, and Nigerian glory, we must ensure that we don't have money to pay the best coach in the world. That's the truth. But this is a decent coach. We only need someone that is decent, someone that is willing to grow with us and can use common sense. And we'll just give him backing. For me,
everything.
Yes. Yeah. The only coach that I can support is in Nigeria that we can bring in to coach us for a long time, among what I've seen so far. And the person will equip himself around with quality people is, for me, I think it's Sunday Lise. Any other people we are bringing in? Yes. I know I'm saying. Yes, because the issue there that we have this attitude of looking down on our own, on don't treat them, because when the person demands for respect, we look at it like they insult. We don't know who you be, because we think we have power to undo. Then we rather, because of our personal ego, we rather scatter the thing rather than allow that thing to really grow. Senegal today, it has been Aliou Cisse till date, till they changed, his assistant has taken over. Can't we see progress? We can see it.
Yeah.
I don't know why we think we cannot do it with a Nigerian.
And it's not as if he was the man in charge. Things went wrong. They put him, and then they've stayed with. I agree with you on that consistency, but It all depends on the state of the country's football at the time that a coach comes in. Eric Shell knew our football was all over the place. He knew we were struggling. I thought he knew that the job was big for him. It was flattering that he was considered for the job and got it. So it's a big deal being the coach of the Super Eagles. This has elevated his coaching career. But what
There
I'm
is
trying to
no.
say, we do
Yes.
not
Okay.
have the time. We do not have the time. The state of our football now, we do not have the time to give a coach time to coach.
Okay,
If you
okay.
get
Let me
what
put
I
it this way. I think what we're doing now. You might say we don't have the time, but I tend to disagree to a little bit. What we're doing now is what we're supposed to do. What we need to do is to build up on what we're currently doing. We will not have the time when we leave here after this tournament. We don't build on what we're currently doing. That's when you can say we don't have a time. But if we build on what we are doing, whether we win the cup or we don't win the cup, we build on it, look at areas that we need to start improving, look at areas we need to show up, and walk to the next thing. I will tell you, we will get there. But when we come there, I'll go back to the same thing we did before. We'll let him go. We'll bring it to take NFF. You know this already better than I do. To take them the next 8 months because there won't be anything. Maybe by March during qualifier they'll call, Eguava, come and play 1 or 2 match, and the players will play based on what they already have now. Just put them
Yeah.
together and play something and win the games, and it's okay. And later on, we'll start complaining, we'll start crying. Oh, these players are not playing when they're not committed. It's not true. We can see that these players have always been. It takes commitment to see people running down there and people are showing up every day. How can people telling me that they've been owing them for almost 30 matches of allowances and they were showing up every day? You tell me these people don't have commitment. You tell me that they've been showing up all the time. And I've read somewhere that they decided to say they want to let bygone go. They have to let go of some of their old allowances and let them start in a clean state. Those who have been running that fellow, have they ever forgotten their allowances? All their travel allowances in any case, in any way. So the problem there has always been that we have always empowered those who were always giving support and empowered those who are doing more harm. That the FA people more harm to the team. And whereas the players who need the right coaching, the right environment, the reason why we struggled in that playoff, I put it to you that the environment wasn't right. A lot of things were wrong in that particular place. I think because these guys, they don't want to rock the boat, and that's why they're keeping tight lips. But I know that things were not right. The atmosphere was not right. You can tell that it wasn't right. You can tell that they were not happy with a lot of things. They were not happy with the hotel. First of all, with the hotel that they hired, they put them in. They were not happy about it. So that's to tell you that it's always going to be something outside the field that will make it. But so far, so good. I will rest my case by submitting that it will be in our own best interest on the long run to keep him, have a consistent backroom staff, have an identity. Yeah.
We'll see. Stay humble. What are your thoughts? I have a feeling you disagree with some of the things TC talked about. But let me ask you this straight. If you have an opportunity to leave Eric Shell on the job, will you keep him?
Definitely. Definitely, because I watched Mali play and I thought to myself, if Nigeria could play like that, then we would be happy for a start. And later on, he was announced as the coach. And when I saw his name, I was really pleased, to be honest, because we all would want a Nigerian, to be the coach. My first choice is always a Nigerian, and we have a lot of options. We have a lot of talented coaches, both those in the local league and those that are outside the country.
What do you mean we have a lot of options? When you guys say these things like, well, what are the coaches?
So the problem is that they wouldn't get the support from the NFF, due to corruption. I don't want to go into all the issues of the NFF, which which I believe So back to the issues about the coaches. We have a lot of talent in Nigeria. We all know that. But they wouldn't get that support from the NFF. If even this one from Mali, France, he's finding it really difficult dealing with them, issues about salary, issues about allowances, selection of players, etc. So those are some of the issues, really. It's difficult working with the NFF, and if you must strive, you must be very, very diplomatic. You must be very firm when necessary. And if you remember in 2010, Goodluck Jonathan wanted to dissolve the Nigerian national team. He wanted to suspend all the activities for a period of 2 years, because you mentioned here several times that we don't have time. Tell me, since the year 2000, or even before then, we started experiencing gradual decline in our football, gradual decline, wholesale decline across all national teams, even in the league. etc. Things started going down. Today, we almost do not have a league. Nobody remembers our league. And remember, it was rumored that South Africa, when they wanted to start their league, they came to Nigeria to learn a few things about how to run a league. And today, comparing South African league and Nigerian league is like comparing Chelsea Football Club and one local team in Obomoso. So, there's a wide gulf now in quality, in organization, in everything. So to show you how far we've declined, how steeply we've gone down. And we have the time. It's just that we always want a quick fix. We always want the shortest cut to the destination. And if we continue in that, we'll continue making the same mistakes. We failed to qualify for the World Cup now 2 consecutive times, for the first time since we started going to the World Cup. So that should call for introspection. That should make us to sit down, to go back to the drawing board and look at the issues we have. Yes, we know that there are so many issues. We don't even have football infrastructure in Nigeria. School football is dead. Even the least quality of administration is not existing. So what do we do for this national team now, regardless of the results? Yeah, because for me, I'm not usually keen, so enamored with, we must win a trophy. I told you earlier, the last show that I attended, here, that I wasn't really concerned about winning, because I know that there are many good teams. If you go out there, for example, round of 16, you may have a Mozambique that is, on paper, we should win. If we manage to win them, when we get to the quarterfinal, we may meet a quality team. What I want to see is the football. What I want to see is that we are making progress. Whether we win or lose, if we do well and we lose, no problem. Let us continue to build on what we have. It's not just about the winning. We won the 2013 Nations Cup, and the next 2 Nations Cup, we didn't even qualify, showing that we don't even have a proper structure.
You got to the final in the last edition and you couldn't qualify for the World Cup.
That is it, 2 times now. So it shows that we don't even have a proper structure. We are not serious. You understand? So we should go back to the drawing board and look at starting to build something.
Yes.
Organize our football.
Before you change the topic, I want to add something to what he said also, just to support that why we need to have consistency. I was going through some research online, and I discovered something. I asked, and I see a data somewhere that shows this Nations Cup, most teams that had played most forward pass into the opponent's place, area, most forward pass. There are 3 teams that come tops: Morocco, Egypt, Nigeria. That the top 3 teams in this so far who plays more forward pass. Then I saw another one again. The most team that has most accurate pass, Nigeria is in top 4: Egypt, Morocco, Senegal, and Nigeria. They are the top teams having the most accurate pass. That's to tell you that there's something we were not seeing 10 months ago with this team. We're not seeing it 10 months ago. So if you're somebody who want to look at details of changes of progress, it's a sign that it's actually a progress. And imagine when we make this on a consistent basis and see. No, I know you might say, I know we might not win or we might win, but there's something I know about Nigeria teams. Once they are comfortable and playing, don't write them out. Once we are comfortable playing well, expressing ourselves, enjoying our football, and we're supporting them, don't write Nigeria out. Don't say, oh, they are better teams. It's not about better teams. When we go catch you on a good day, that person and win. So as I said to me, I won't be surprised if we win this cup. Not because of we have all the best in our area, but there's something about the way Nigerian play. And in every tournament that we played consistently this way, we always go very far and we might likely win it. So
we'll see. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up with this. So I saw this stats also that I thought was good for us, and I needed to bring it up.
Yeah.
All-time AFCON top 3 scoring teams, and Nigeria tied 154 with Cote d'Ivoire. Good one. But let's wrap it up with the round of 16. Guys, just try to make this brief for me, maybe under 2-3 minutes max. Let me start with you. Stay humble. Round of 16, what are your expectations? And I like upset, so that's where the question will go. Where are we likely to see upset?
Yeah. So Senegal, Sudan, I will tip Senegal to win. They have a pretty solid team. So on paper, I would expect Senegal not to have any problem. Sudan, they are not really that good. I don't see them, posing much difficulty. Morocco are the hosts, and they are doing really well. The last World Cup, they were in the semi-final, and they've been pretty good in this tournament. And Tanzania just managed to qualify for this round. So yeah, I will expect Morocco to emerge. They have their fans. So where you may have the upset is Egypt versus Benin. Remember, 2019, Morocco were so good in the group stages, and everybody thought they were among the favorites. But they came out in the round of 16, and Benin knocked them out. So, and Benin, they have a very good coach, Genotro, who qualified Nigeria easily for the World Cup. So when he was there, he reached the semi-final in AFCON. So he's very experienced with African football. So he may cause an upset. So that's where you may have the upset. Algeria, Congo. That's another tricky one. The Algerians are pretty good. They've been on a top level, for the past 5, 6, 7 years now. So they should win on paper. The Congolese recently, they've been unpredictable because they've added a lot of players with dual nationality, players, in the Premier League, etc. So, that could pose some challenge because they are not really that Cote d'Ivoire-like team again that they used to be. They have a lot of players now with some flair that can produce magic moments, etc. So I think it's a dicey one, but Algeria may come out tops. Mali, Tunisia. Mali have been consistent recently. The Tunisians, they play pretty good football. They like to qualify for the World Cup, though they don't impress usually at the World Cup. The African Nations Cup, sometimes they fall short in the quarterfinals. Yeah, so I would expect Mali to take this one. The Tunisians are not really that good recently. South Africa, Cameroon. Very tricky. South Africa have, posed some threat recently. 2019, I remember they knocked out Egypt in the round of 16. It was a shock win. So, and Cameroon have not really been very consistent recently. So it could go either way. Nigeria, Mozambique, yeah. I think we should beat Mozambique with the quality we have and what we've put out there in the last 3 matches if we maintain the momentum. Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is one country that's been doing pretty well across all levels. Now, together with Mali and Senegal, when you go on the 17 World Cup, they're always there. On the 20 World Cup, they're always there, and they don't just go there to mark attendance. They try to reach the next round at least, round of 16, quarterfinal. So, and the Burkina Faso team, I think they've reached final once, 2013 when they lost to Nigeria. They have a very strong team, very good players, and Cote d'Ivoire as well, traditionally being a very strong team in Africa. So yeah, it's another one that could go either way. Anyway, whichever team wins is fine.
What did you say about South Africa, Cameroon?
So South Africa, they have a good team. You know, they play like good team football. They've got very good clubs in their country, and they may not have like individual qualities, even like talented players who could win a game on their own. But they have a good team. Cameroon may have one or two players of top quality who can win games, but they are not consistent. So you can't count on Cameroon nowadays to win a match.
Are you saying South Africa to beat Cameroon?
I will tip South Africa to come out top.
Okay. All right. I think that's I'll hold on to that. TC, what's your round of 16 thoughts?
Okay, for me, I will think Senegal will win. I expect Sudan to put up a fight to say sometime late first half they concede one goal, second half they try to come and Senegal will punish them. But no, not because of they are not a good side, but just that there's a stark between their quality and what they can deliver. You can notice that they don't really have a good attack to really trouble Senegalese defense, but they can play at a unit, they can fight. But I see Senegal winning. Morocco, Tanzania. I don't know what happened, except that the Moroccans wake up that day and they are having stomach upsets. And that's only how I see Tanzania really winning that game that very day. The way Morocco are playing and in their home ground, I see Morocco winning. And Egypt, Benin, you rightly said I want to support what Stay Humble said about the Egypt, Benin. You know, sometimes people say the Egypt are a good team, but I saw them play Nigeria second team, or not the second team, those that are friendly that will play that day that they want to, and I don't know, is it really, because it's just a few players that were not that friendly, the Salahs, the Mamouche, a few of them, but every other persons that need to play, most of them were in that friendly match. And if Ben, judging by what we see in the games, Egypt was not too fantastic. They know how to manage the game against South Africa. They were able to manage that game to win. It's going to be, I won't be surprised if Benin wins, but I think I'll give it to Egypt. Algeria, DR Congo. Well, this is going to be a tough game. I see a very tough game, and I see this game going to an extra time. Because the Congolese is going to set up in such a way that they won't want to come out all out to attack. They're going to play the way they used to play, take up pressure. And because they don't really in their center defense, they don't have very quick. The center period are not very quick, so they'll make sure that they shield them and play sort of a compact and hope to go on the break, maybe score one goal and close up. Play defensive, very solid defense, and if you see how we scored them, you can know that we have to use pace. Once we beat break-out in and we score. And we had 2 or 3 chances to score the same way, and we did not convert that. That was why we're not 3-0 up by first half when we played them. And we failed to do the same thing in the second half. That was how they were able to come back to that game. So for me, if Algeria wants to play this game, they have to take the game, take the pace, play a solid 90 minutes, hold on to the ball, detect how to play, the game has to go. And trust North Africans, they're going to bring in their dark arts in this game. Trust me, you're going to see all kind of things, all kind of intimidation, falling down, feigning injury, jumping in the So I see Congo getting considering a penalty also. So a lot of things going on. So they have to go. If they take care of themselves, I see them going to an extra time, probably a penalty shootout. Anybody takes it from there. Mali, Tunisia. I know Tunisia. I don't know. People were rating them, but the Tunisia that I know, the Tunisia I've been watching for ages. I didn't watch most of their games during the World Cup qualifier, but I saw their clips with Brazil, and Brazil is still building. So I wouldn't judge that they perform with that Brazilian team. They're still struggling. So you can't say, oh, they played Brazil, that's why they are good. But we can see, to me, they're not impressive. They're just like normal. They're like the normal team. There's nothing to be, they had the opportunity to play Tanzania. They couldn't show their quality. See how they played. So for me, it's going to be also. I'll say it's a 50-50. Don't be surprised. That game is going to be dry. Mali they have a good guy. One guy that plays for Auxerre. I think I've seen that guy 1 or 2 times, but he's more like a normal striker. Like if you don't play the ball on for him, most of his goals are always coming from pull through, run through the lines, and so Tunisia will not give them the opportunity to play some of those killer passes for that guy to play. He's not very strong in the box. If you see that Cyriel, that is his name. He's not very strong in the box to maybe to intimidate the Tunisians. I think if the Mali really want to give them trouble, they should play two strikers. To play 2 strikers, if they play that single striker they usually play, it's going to be a drab game. They defend well. I like the way the Malians play. They defend very well. They play compact. They defend as a team. They play the midfield as a team. They play together. It might also be a very long game, drabby game. I'll also be surprised if that also goes into extra time. But I see Tunisia nipping it by 1 goal. By 1 goal. Cameroon, South Africa. For this game, it can go either ways. South Africa might win based on one condition. They have more structure, more as a team. That can count for them. That can count for something. If they're able to stick to their pace, don't be too in a haste to make all the runs, down to run into the Cameroonian, take their place, create their chances, and take their chances when they have it. I see that guy like Foster from Burnley. See that guy actually doing 1 or 2 but because of the way he plays, bulky, it's not that very skillful that can beat 1 or 2 to score. I see him locked out in that game. So I don't see him doing that much. Yes, I see him locked out because he's that kind of player. That the way he plays,
he can be a joker. He can.
I know. But if you notice, when he scored the goals he scored, they gave him room, like it's a Zimbabwe game for him to shoot. But playing, see where Cameroonians, the way they play Cameroon, they will not allow you. They're going to hack him down. They're going to put body on him. And once you do that, you can watch when he played against Nigeria. You can't say even they couldn't allow him to hold on to the ball. So that for me, if Cameroon does put one person, because if for example, if you remove player like Osimhen to a South African team, let him play that 9. That means Cameroon will have to marshal 2 or 3 people on Osimhen. That give room to. But this one, they don't need to do that. They only put 1 man on like Foster, and the game will be played. One thing I know is that what will work for South Africa is to play their game, be disciplined, be compact. But if they sleep on it, trust me, especially when it comes to this, free kick, heading the ball into the net, all this kind of thing, Cameroon might score 1 goal, become difficult for them, and not the rest of it. So I also see that game, very low score line. Nobody's going to win, not going to win by a big goal. So it can go either way. So I won't say anything on that game. I think I'll leave it at that. It's going to be either way. Anyone that wins, it's okay. It's okay. But I think it's going to be who wants it more. Cameroon,
That's right.
Cameroon is a traditional team. They have pride. But if I sense fear, if I sense a pitfall for South Africa, if they overthink this game and also overrate themselves.
Let's do this because you are trying to be neutral on that match. But let's do this based on their group phase performance. Who did it just enough to win this?
I think Cameroon. If you're judging by their play this time around, they're kind of team that because they are young today, because they have young players who want to make a name for themselves, they are playing for the coach, they're playing for the country, they're playing for Samuel Eto'o. You can notice that there are no big boy player there again. They're playing for each other. But what they lack is that you can see that they are lapsing, they're trying to understand themselves. And that's the kind of team that you won't like to play. when they, because they can get to you and just use you and shine and win. So it's going to be a tight game. I think that's why I say Nigeria Mozambique. I see a very tough game. People are saying Nigeria will win, but I see a very, very, very tough game. It was very tough, like Nigeria and Angola in the last time. So it's going to take, because of we'll have an edge over them because of we will create a chance. There's something we will create the chance. We'll create the chances, and that will give us an opportunity to score.
What would say of the Super Eagles? Why should Mozambique worry them?
No, because the Mozambique is not going to lie down for us to just run over them. That's one. So they will want to also bring intensity. And we've noticed, if there's something we've noticed so far, is that the way to neutralize a team that brings intensity for you is to have good coordination in your play, and that's what Nigeria bring. When Nigerians are playing, like if they play like this, play together as a team, play for each other, move around. There's something I noticed in their play that wasn't before. Before, if you pass a ball to somebody, the person will hold it and try to look forward. Nobody's making the run. You can notice that they are making runs for each other, and they are all. You notice that most of Nigerian players, a lot of them are good ball players. They hold on to the ball. They don't usually expect maybe 3 or 2, but they hold on to the ball. They know how to play the ball, and they are very physical also. So the Mozambiques are not too big. They are diminutive. They are not too big, boisterous in their size. So I don't see them, muzzling the Nigerian players off the ball. So all those 50-50 duels, Nigeria might be winning most of them. So what they will rely on is to try and see if we can They look for moments to go on a quick speed, shoot, all this kind of thing. Which one of the way to counter them is to have an imposing, control the game, hold on to the ball, be the one dictating the play. Once we do that, they will definitely sit in a low block, trying to play us on speed and go. But if they do a mistake and say, you know what, let's go for the jugular, they assume that, based on the flaws that we had in our former game, because it's going to be funny for you to assume that Nigerians have not learned lessons from the first game, second game, third game, and say you want to come out and attack them, they will lose lapses. They're going to get whipped in the first half. I was surprised you say 3-0. They're going to get whipped. So they're going to be very cautious, play us. I see a very cagey tight game. It's not going to be just a walk in the past, but I see us also winning. It might be simple 2-1, 2-1.
They are not solid under pressure. So if you are predicting a game that will test their resolve, we might just be getting ready for a shocker.
Yeah. So if they want, that's why I said to you that I am believing with them as much as they believe in themselves. If they believe they can do it, then I also believe along with them. So if they want it more, they have to come to the party on that very day and take it serious and do what necessary they need to do to win. So that's what I think for them.
Is it Mozambique? It's got only 3 points from their group.
We'll have tough games. I know qualifiers are not most of the games you would think. It's qualifier, they gather 2 days. Sometimes it's not a true measure of the strength of our teams. But we've had difficulty playing in Maputo against Mozambique in the past, going to all those kind of thing. I know whenever they come to Nigeria, we used to wipe them, but when we meet them in it's always going to be a feisty game. They try to go on the attack speed. They have the same play style with Angola. They have the similar play style. If you watch the way Angola play, that is, you see it's typical how they like a quick 1-2 combination, run speed, go on the wipe it, take on players. Try to do all those things, but maybe because of it is Nigeria, but it's Super Eagles, and we've been consistent a little bit in that style of play, which is very, very imposing. We try to impose ourselves in all the 3 games. If we continue like that, that might give us an edge. Have quality in front, which is something, because, for example, you have to take 2 or 3 people to mark mark Osimhen. Yes, you're going to take 2 or 3 people to put an eye on that itself. It's a negative to anything playing in Nigeria. Yes, it's a negative because other players now, you are putting more burden on other players, and other Nigerian players then are not coming to the party. The Ademola Lookmans and all the rest of them are coming to the party. So that having Osimhen in our team, it's one thing that is working out for us in this tournament. I think that also will count. Then for Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, I think Cote d'Ivoire will win. Burkina Faso, they are good. It's going to be a fight. They will fight, but quality. That quality of Ivory Coast midfield. They have an experience, older guys, but they're very quite experienced. The Frank Kessie and of this world and those guys, they're going to
Burkina Faso,
run.
sure.
Yes,
Burkina
no,
Faso.
they're going to. But I see Cote d'Ivoire people scoring them.
Okay.
Is Cote d'Ivoire going to concede? Yes, they can concede, but I see them scoring more goals than Burkina Faso. Because if you see, the Burkina Faso are not creating, they're not creating so much chance. That's the truth. They're not creating a lot of chances scored. They're not creating, But Ivory Coast, yes, they're going to create chances. They're going to create that guy who's the guy in for light spin, the guy running from the left, very good player. I see Ahmad from the right. They don't have a very top nine. Cote d'Ivoire don't have a very out-and-out track. Well, the guy is decent, but they have very good midfield. You can't take that. Their midfield is better than the Ivorians midfield. The Burkinabes, they have the Ivorians midfield are better than both experience, skill, man for man. So I see Ivorians, dominating the midfield, and they have good players going forward. So the Burkinabes, their game plan, which maybe it might not be, but I see them trying to contain the Ivorians and try to take their chance whenever they have it, and stretch the game. Maybe they might be lucky and score one and lock up shop, maybe win by 1 goal. But I see the Ivorians win. And maybe that might be one of the shocker of the round. But all the same, good luck to every team. I expect Nigeria to win. I also expect to see Nigeria in the final. Yeah,
we'll see.
And win the cup.
See. Before you guys go, I missed one important question. Let me start with you. Stay humble. 1 minute for both of you before we leave. Would you start this man against Mozambique?
Yeah, very, very interesting question, which I was expecting. I would have, been disappointed if you didn't ask. Tricky question. It's good to have squad depth. And the reason why you have squad depth is to create competition, to put every player on their toes, and also to have a substitute, a replacement in case of injuries, in case of fatigue, But I think there's a problem with Nigerians. They just want to put everybody on the pitch, which is not realistic. So we are likely to go with a 4-4-2, diamond with Lookman behind the two big guys up front, which I think we should maintain, really. Ndidi being the captain, you want to have him there. He will be the creative man there. Then you are now talking about a third man in that midfield. So it depends on the kind of team you are meeting. If you are meeting a very, very solid team, like let's say Senegal, and you want to be a bit conservative, you can play both Ndidi and this guy. But Mozambique, really, you want to be very proactive. You don't want two defensive midfielders just sitting there, and you have just Iwobi too. You want to have a Frank Onyeka, who will be the box-to-box man. He is also very good in scoring goals. So you want to have more goal threat. You want to be proactive, because the best form of defense is attack. You want to kill off the game as soon as possible. So I would start with the team that started against Tunisia. Then bring in some of these guys when we are more comfortable in the game, depending on how the game goes. So if we are winning very comfortably, then we want to prevent conceding all these silly goals at the end. We may bring in this guy to partner Ndidi, but if we are needing a goal, we might bring in the likes of Chukwueze, Ejuke, etc. to try to put in a goal. So, it depends on the results.
So, based on Raphael Oyedika's performance against Uganda, if you have to play, what's the perfect combination that can make us beat Mozambique easy? If you have to play him, who would you pair him with?
Rafael Onyedika. Also, if I were to choose a team, I would likely start with the team that defeated Tunisia. Ndidi, playing at the base of midfield, the holding midfielder. Then Frank Onyeka being the box to box. Iwobi being the creative man there. Then Lookman being behind the two strikers. Because if you put Lookman on the wing, sometimes he may get marked by a fullback, a strong fullback, and he may not really impose himself. But if you put him behind those guys, then he becomes the guy occupying the hole. So where you may not have people, somebody marking him. So he thrives better when he's not marked because he's very good on the ball. So when you have two guys in front of him, they occupy the defenders, and then you have him almost free. So I don't think we should try to tweak things, really. What I will do, I will leave Rafael Onyedika on the bench and then bring him in if we are controlling the game, if we are winning the game and we want to maintain the result and control the game better, avoid losing momentum and conceding some silly goals.
TC.
Okay, for me, because of the opponent we're playing in Mozambique, you're not expecting you should expect them to concede possession to us. So I might play him because Mozambique will want to concede possession to you. And one people say he's not good at retrieving the ball, but he's good at retaining the ball. That's also one form of defense.
Yeah,
it's not about getting. So he's good at. You've watched the games he played. They hardly take balls away from him. This guy would have done very well in that Congo DR game. Somebody who can hold on to the ball when you give him the ball, he doesn't lose it quickly.
Thank you.
So I might play him and even play Chukwueze first half in that Mozambique game. And play.
This is the best analysis I've heard of.
And play Akko and this in forward.
Sisi, I asked this guy a very vital question.
Yeah.
After the game against Uganda, and he told me at the press conference that he understands Samuel Chukwueze's game. That the kind of midfielder he is that he reads the midfielders he plays with or the wingers and knows when to arrive at the box. Papa, see those 2 goals where he scored now.
Yes. Yeah. So you give your player, because when you see people playing that, they're going to Mozambique. For me, I think they're going to concede possession to us. So why would you want to hold? That's overkill. 2 defensive midfield to be doing what? What are you doing? So you have players that they're good. Most of the time, they're going to hold on to the ball, and they're also going to be mobile. And the way they are set up is, you understand, this coach is different from other Nigerian coach, other past coaches. That you are playing a midfield doesn't mean you will not put energy on the ball. So when you lose the ball, they cover, they close them down, put body behind the ball. They will do that, and that they'll be doing that. Just that they've not been consistent all through the game. They will do that against Mozambique. I might play him. Why I need to play him is that you hold on to the ball and he gives you an outlet to attack. A lot of those cutbacks is by also attacking. He scores better ball goals than, and he can shoot better. He can shoot better than Wobi and Ndidi as a midfielder that coming in to run into the box. So I might start him, play Ademola Lookman, play Akko, start Chukwueze, because you need that.
You keep Franco on the bench. Will you play with
So
Ndidi?
would you play Ndidi?
I'll play Ndidi.
With this guy.
With this guy. Would you ask, because you have Ndidi, him and Wobi, Alex in that midfield. So he's going to play as also a deep playmaker. But this time around, you're not having 2 sitting behind. You're having Ndidi as playing within the hole. So you play things like it's 4-4-2, but you put it this way: 4-1. Then you have 2. Then you have 1 again in front, or call it maybe 3. a flat 3 in front of the 1. Then you now have 3 in front. That's you now have you now have 2 in front. Then you have bring back what's his name, Chukwueze, who also going to be talking in midfield and go forward. Because when you need someone to help the side, Chukwueze can also come run back and help when they are to help the guy playing 2 and also go forward. You also have a logic to have Onyedika also can also come in and also help when you need end of the side of the midfield. So that gives them that fluidity to also play, because I believe that they will hold on to the ball. So we need to dictate how we attack. So we're not expecting to attack. When we played 2 holding midfield that were West, because we know the quality of Tunisian midfield.
Yeah.
The quality also. So you need somebody to break the play, and which Frank, and we wanted to break their play from in front of them. So that's why we played the 2 holding midfielders. So Frank the Tank breaks the ball, break the play from the front. See, whenever we're attacking, Ndidi is always staying back, while Frank is the one who is running. When all the forward players go to take a man, you see him just also come forward and take any opponent place to attack. So I don't see anything wrong playing him. If we play him, we'll still win the game. I think there's nothing wrong playing him. But if we are playing other teams like Algeria or so, that's why I might change. I might say, okay, play 2 holding midfielder. That's what I think. But for Congo game, if we're playing Congo, I will start with 2 holding midfielder and bring him second half. When we are leading, bring this guy in the second half when we are leading. Somebody who will also hold on to the ball, because they want to attack you. You need players like Paul Onuachu and Osimhen playing that front. You take away Ako, bring Paul Onuachu, who can hold on to the ball, switch play to the side, and you see a different game. If we meet them, I'm looking forward to Nigeria Congo in the quarterfinal.
Stay humble. I'll give you 1 minute. I think you wanted to disagree with one point he was making about who he will play with Onyedika.
So my confusion really when you're talking about holding midfielders, because Ndidi is a holding midfielder. Onyedika is a holding midfielder. Frank Onyeka.
It depends on the role they are playing. For example, the way we play, Ndidi is that player that is breaking play in the third phase of our defense. So you have to look at defense in 3 phases. The first phase is the strikers defending, marking. The second phase is the first shield of your midfield. Then the third phase is Ndidi, who is defending before the striker. And that's why sometimes you have to see Ndidi also talking in to make the defense 5 instead of 4. That's what he's doing. So most of his movement is always going to be between that front of that 5, that back 4, and in front of he doesn't really go forward. That's what if you watch, go out there and watch. That's what he plays. So that's why you can call him and hold him because he's always the one. He's defending in the third phase. Onyeka was defending in the second phase in that game against Tunisia. He's always in the second phase of our defensive structure. So you have 3 lines of defense before our final defense. So for why are we going to play a team that's not going to attack you? They're not going to attack you head on. They're going to make sure that they get the ball, throw it to the wing quickly. They want to do the same thing Tanzania do. They crowd the ball and they do a quick switch and switch to the side and run at our midfield and run at our wingers, because they notice that with the wing seems to be the Achilles heel of this our team, our wings, because of if we had a player like Ola Aina in that too, or in this team, for example, Ola Aina and Frederick, these 2 players, I don't think any team can stand us. If we had those 2 players only to
which one be any team?
Give us France.
So if you play Chukwueze,
don't buy me,
play Chukwueze, would you play Lookman? So you bench Lookman.
I'll play Lookman.
So how many players would you have?
Sorry. Okay, I said I'm not going to play. Yes, I'll play Lookman. I'll play Lookman or Chukwueze. That's what I want to say.
Okay, Lookman or Chukwueze.
Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, it will be. Yeah, I'll play with that Lookman or Chukwueze. But I think
play Lookman Why would I
Yeah.
play Lookman? Because he looks to be the more consistent, and he is in form, really. 2 goals and 2 assists. So you would also be expecting him to get you a goal or an assist. He takes corner kicks well. We don't usually have good corner kick takers in Nigeria. I don't know why.
Well, he's
Recently,
just improving now. This Lookman has been in the team too for some time. They're
No,
just
we
beginning to
do, we do
improve.
have like if I have here in is a very good. We used to
Oh,
have the
please.
we used to have Finidis, we used to have the even Odima. We Odima is very good takes free kicks and also from the side. If you
No, we
watch
are talking about this current Super Eagles. They've been
him
terrible with
now,
set piece.
yeah, these Super Eagles, I don't think we have very, very good corner kick takers. Moses Simon is not that good with it. When Musa was there, his corner kicks were very atrocious. So for that, Lookman gets my nod. But the thing with roundups,
what about Wobby? Wobby also took the one with the first game. I think one of our goal was from a corner
Oh,
kick, isn't it?
that's what we're saying. We're saying that they're just improving. Other than
yeah,
that,
like they are not like excellent corner takers. Like you have the likes of Declan Rice.
I get you there.
Yeah, and one thing you should know with round of 16s is that some teams they tend to pick up in the round of 16. That's when
exactly. Some
the
things, that's when
tournament
the
usually.
competition will start.
Sorry?
Yeah. For some
Yeah,
teams, the round of 16 is when their
yeah, the round of
competition
16 is
starts.
when the competition really starts. Even the year we won the Nations Cup, we played like Swaziland in the group stages. Then when we got to the knockouts, we became Brazil. So the dynamics could change, really.
Yeah.
And some of the teams that were lackluster in the group stages could just become really, really, really aggressive, really good, and play really good football. So I think that's another thing we should watch out.
For Mozambique, let's not. They've been very aggressive because judging by the group they find themselves, they know that they are not the favorite. So they have shown their level. They upped their game. For them to even qualify means they really put in an effort. So I don't expect Mozambique to all of a sudden become Brazil on Monday. They will not. So that is their
Stop sounding like you haven't been shocked enough with this Super Eagles team. This is a team that could beat.
Yes, I know that they've been in the past, but this particular round of I don't see them playing badly. I'm not saying they're going to, as I said, it's going to be a tough game. I never said they're going to have a free. It'll be a tough game. But I don't see them just lying down and playing rubbish all of a sudden. It's going to be a tough game because Mozambique is going to give them a fight for the money. But we'll have the quality enough to see her through that game. So is Mozambique going to be all of a sudden 10 times better than Nigeria all of a sudden within 5 days? No, I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening.
All right.
So
let me let you guys go. You guys have done so well. I should be rounding up now. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, I'll try to be back tomorrow. I'll try to do in the morning and then do in the evening again. And then hopefully my internet will be better. I'll be able to play you guys some of the interviews I have. But feel free to go through my channel. I have loads of interviews.
I've been watching a lot of them.
I've been watching the interviews.
Yeah. I had the. Is it true that they having a closed door? They had a closed door.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Thursday and Friday was closed doors. The media. You see, and I see a lot of people asking me. In fact, somebody were asking me now. With social media, there's a lot of journalism has been watered down. So you see some people that they are just there for TikTok trends, or they want to come and do one. Or want to come and ask, it will be, have you eaten jollof rice since you came?
Very
ridiculous. So the thing is just, but look,
I don't see. What about the team's media officer? Don't he have a screening to know who have a way
who
to
doesn't want to screen? CAF has given people accreditation to come to the tournament. You as media officer can't screen nobody.
No, is it that
Depends.
Nigeria doesn't have a right to also restrict? The CAR giving you permission doesn't mean you can cover the tournament, but sometimes if the team can we have a way to, reduce some of those things within our own team, not just general, when the team,
We can have a media pally. We can have a media pally, and the media officer can say, okay, ask questions in this direction. But let's say
yeah.
at the press conference or the mixed zone, as long as the Confederation of African Football have given you
Permits it.
accreditation, you
Okay.
cover the event. But I'm just saying that these days, because of how watered down things are on social
Yeah, I've
media,
been watching some
it's
of the interviews.
it see I'm like play, and
Yeah,
it's so sad
because
sometimes.
when CAF gives you the accreditation, they would not scan your mind to know if you are sensible. So it's now when, at the point of granting you accreditation, they wouldn't know. So it's
If you
now when
get
I see
enough.
them, when they accost some of those players, and so just ask themselves, I'll be like, this
And
guy,
and,
who
and
brought
let's,
them to the
also
table?
give it to those players. They've been very, very professional. You
Yeah,
sometimes see them ask a question, they will just do a face somewhere and just, okay, let me just answer. You know that they'll just tweak their eyes, like it's kind of not so much of their eyes, but they'll just maintain composure as just to answer. You know that it
exactly.
doesn't really make sense. The question should always be around the game. What are you doing? Your focus, you
You
go,
know,
forget about whatever. Because if we lose, obviously you are doing doesn't make any sense. If we win, you have more content to do, a lot of things to do, So
these
yeah.
days with social media, and they just want the right. Some people just want to say, "Oh, I saw it will be. I saw that." No, I'm not.
Okay, let's use the
Anyway,
opportunity. I want to use it. Let me use the, okay, let me use Augustine. Let me use the platform to appeal to content creators. Please, if you're going to the camp of the Super Eagles, arrange yourself. Don't spoil the thing. Don't misuse the opportunity given to you. It's a rare privilege for you to be there. You spend money, you go in there, bring out good content for your people,
Yeah,
and do not misuse our team. Try and minimize the content, the question. Ask questions that will inspire them, motivate them, put them in the state of mind to be winners. Don't go out there and just ask questions about rice or whatever. Please, we're appealing to you. If not, we will start calling you out. Because of you, I'm going to create a page and start calling every one of you out with the
no,
junk you are producing. But other than that, I want to wish you all well. Thank you. Does that
thank
help?
you. All right,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Let me
Mm.
thank you guys for
Mm.
joining me tonight. I appreciate
yeah,
it
thank you
enough.
very
Thank you.
much. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll do it again
Mm.
tomorrow. I appreciate it. Thank you. So that's it. Henry. I see you waiting. I'll just take you for like 2 minutes because I'm about to wrap up, and we'll just call it a night. Yeah, let me bring up Henry. Henry, come on here. Come on. What's up, bro? Don't tell me your network is messing me up, Henry. Henry, your network is not good. Your network is not good. Oh, your network is not good. Henry, your network is bad. So yeah, that should be it. I'll just read some comments now, then I'll call it a day, a night, depending on where you are. Ezeko Austin, why do some of your colleagues, now before I get to that, I think I saw some comments. Let me see. 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 Okay, I think I stopped here. I can joke with saying I agree with your analysis, Doc. And then what's the name? I try to bring your network is really bad. It was freezing. I don't know. Your network is bad. It's bad, bad, bad. It's freezing. Your analysis are on point, Doc. Henry, maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Your network was not good. It was hanging. It's not good for the live stream. Hi, bro. All the World Cup teams will want to prove a point, but I see some upsets like Congo, Benin, and Mali. That's from David Akpan. Thank you so much for your comment. Henry, I see your comment too. Yeah, indeed, he would carry the cup. Oh, yeah. People are believing. Okay, no, nothing to that. We will see. IoT, I think that was when what's his name? Stelp was talking about Pizarro. Say, coach that took us to the final, but you don't want to be impressed. Then I want for us. Good laugh from Ike on that. Don't come and speak grammar. Okay. VMD is Osimhen available? Of course, Osimhen is available. Put Satlak, Nigeria win. We'll see. Asiwaju Felix, please, I need winning for Sudan. Yeah, I win 19 million. Okay. I think now you're big on the betting. We'll see. Okay, let me come back to this comment. Edziko, 1908. Austin, why do some of your colleagues ask Eric Shell some silly questions? And why do they refer to him as a Malian? Our xenophobic attitude towards the coach is not sitting. Did Keshi coach Mali? On my colleagues asking silly questions, I don't know. It's not all of them. It's some. So I cannot judge. With maybe 2 or 3 silly questions. But I mean, they will improve. Why do they refer to him as a Malian? He's a Malian. Maybe the tone or maybe the context in which he's pissing you off is what you should be saying. But he's a Malian. There's nothing wrong calling him a Malian. He's a Malian. Okay. So I don't know the angle of the Keshi coach Mali. Yeah, but Keshi coach Mali and they called him a Nigerian and it's not a problem. So I don't know. I don't know the angle. You need to explain to me, Edziko. Try and explain to me before I leave the live. King OKON. Well done, guys. Thanks so much, King OKON. Appreciate that. King Joko. Thanks so much, TC, for your analysis. Very much on point. Yeah, TC and Stay Humble did great with the analysis. Bright 259. Not worried at all. We have Eric Shell. I'm 100% confident. So because we have Eric Shell now, all is well. Nigerians. Bright. Okay, we'll see. Kelvin Marvel. If Mozambique don't hold the ball, they can't play or score. So we need to be disciplined in the middle. I agree. We need to be disciplined in the middle. The middle is the heart of the game. Which Onuachu against Congo, please? It should be on the seats, okay? That's not a fan of Onuachu. They're bright. Onyedika is a deep playmaker, not a full DM. I think it can be both. Depends on how the coach, decides to use it. Peter, welcome, Peter. You're coming when I'm about to leave. The match against Mozambique will probably be the toughest if care is not taken. It might end in a penalty or anything can happen. Strange. Peter went on to say, our advice, whatever the outcome of this tournament, NFF should retain the coach. I don't think that is going to happen if he doesn't do well at this AFCON. Mozambique must not be underestimated. Please check our records with any team that have a Portuguese background will always struggle. Food for thought. Well, no game is the same, bro. So it might just be an easy game for the team. King Jaku. Surely the dynamics will change at this round of 16. Absolutely. For some teams, that's when their competition starts. Sunday, thanks so much for joining. Says good analysis. Thank you. Augustine Abba on Facebook. Thanks so much. Nigeria 3, Mozambique 1, Tunisia 2, Mali 1, Cameroon 2, South Africa 1, Morocco 3, Tanzania 1, Algeria 2, DR Congo 1, Egypt 3, Benin Republic 1. Wow. What about Cote d'Ivoire? What about Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso? Okay, I'll keep this result. We'll see. We'll see if your prediction will come to pass. In football, you don't have to be 10 times better than your opponent. So many things can work against you, officiating, injury, etc. Also, take note of the pattern and we have 100% win. We end up poor. Are you sure? Don't judge us with what happened in Cameroon. It's not all the time. Otobongidong, I hope these guys are prepared in the case of penalty because this is knockout game. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Edziko, Eric Shell is a Frenchman. His dad is Caucasian French and mom is Malian. Hammering on his nationality all the time seems strange. Well, this superiority complex all the time. It's all good. But Malian did, yeah. And he doesn't have a problem being addressed as a Malian because, if he does, he would have addressed it. So, guys, I think that's about it. I'm glad I made a return. Not my kind of live, but hey, I did it 3 hours, you know. Um, my partner tried to affairs in Morocco, covering the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations round of 16 is upon us. The Super Eagles are getting ready. I just dropped a video. That link, go watch it. 30 minutes intensive, detailed training session with the Super Eagles. I covered all the angles. That's the link right there. Go watch it as soon as I end this live. And then I dropped the one from the training session of yesterday. Thank you so much to everyone that stayed to do this with us. It was such a fun conversation, and I gained so much listening to you guys. You guys know your football so well, and that's why whenever I come, I try to bring you guys to come talk about it. So the update was that 25 players trained on Friday evening. It's all over for Cyriel Dessers. His tournament has come to an end. A thigh injury has ruled him out. Ryan Alebioshi had a leg injury in that game against Uganda. He wasn't training, but he didn't participate. He just came to watch the guys, train. So because he's recovering from that leg injury. Dojuku Nadi also sat out of training. He has a cold. The weather in Fez is crazy. It's so unpredictable. If you hear anyone I've been sniffing my nose, sometimes it gets blocked. But hey, I think with my weather in London, it's not really dealing with me. But Eric Shell, this is the important message. Eric Shell told his players, round of 16 is a different ball game entirely. Whatever you think we achieved from the group phase, it's all over. Focus on the round of 16 now. We're going to play Mozambique. There is no time to look at your face. Everybody needs to come out and give it the best approach. And I think I like that from the coach, because sometimes teams can get complacent with what they did at a group stage, and it wasn't a bad group stage for Nigeria. As Ademola Lookman there in the group stage best 11. Eric Sékou was the coach chosen from the group stage as the best, which is good. This is good momentum. But Eric Sékou said, look, don't go and be jumping on the success of the group stage. This is knockout phase. We need to focus. We need to know that now this is serious business. So that's it. And I also showed you guys the captains from the 16 countries that have made it to the round of 16. It's Morocco, Mali, Egypt, South Africa, Nigeria, Tunisia, Senegal, DR Congo, Algeria, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Tanzania, Benin Republic, Sudan, and Mozambique. I'm wrapping up the live stream now. These are the round of 16. This is the match schedule. There's Senegal taking on Sudan. There's Morocco going against Tanzania. Egypt will play Benin Republic. Algeria will go against DR Congo. It's Mali versus Tunisia. South Africa will tackle Cameroon. Nigeria will go against the Mambas of Mozambique. And Cote d'Ivoire, the Elephants, will take on the Squirrels of Burkina Faso. So, guys, that's it. What do you think? What do you think? Round of 16. That's the conversation I want us to have as regards the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, where we are. But this is the call to action that I had for this live stream. And as I end it, I want us to talk about it. 2025 AFCON update. Have the Super Eagles impressed you? Yes, you. Forget about everything TC said. Stay humble. IoT and Dr. Victor Ademola, you. The Super Eagles, have they impressed you? That's the conversation I want us to have. So get on that conversation. Let's talk about it. As I end this live, I'm going to be right there in the comment section. Don't forget to engage with the other videos that I've been posting, and then we will keep this conversation going. I'll be back again tomorrow. Yeah, I should come back tomorrow. I should come back again in the evening of Sunday, and then we're going to have the match on Monday. That's it. I'll see you guys around again. Yeah.